Do you know that there's nothing that you read that if you don't look at it long enough, you won't find something to be angry about? Excel says, Afrobeat to the world. Oh, so what about R&B? There is nothing you want to tweet that I will not find an angle to be angry about. There is nothing. That's the problem with social media is you are dealing with a large number of people with different POVs.
True, you shouting.
I have things to say before we start.
Fuck you.
No, are you sure? Yeah. No, I feel like I want to hear what you have to say.
No, you go. Then I'll
what's all this romance going on? Like, can you guys just figure yourself out?
Hello. 1827765. Stars on the beat, aka Nakademus. Report your location. Oh, Jack. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to, and I feel like I have to stress this every time, the number one podcast in Nigeria, Terms and Conditions Podcast by Pulse. I found out that they have another podcast, Women Talk Sex, and they give them cookies, chicken, and stuff like that. We, the number one podcast in Nigeria, they just give us.
Is that really a thing? Is that a thing?
I'm serious. They give us nothing.
Why?
Motolani, would you care to highlight these issues of grave injustice? This is an injustice of Ekweremadu proportions.
That's why women just like to do things with women, because on that podcast they have just women, and that's the kind of energy you get when you're working with women.
Yes, come on for
Melody.
I think
Melody. Adjust your clothes.
So understand? No, the cookie is a distraction. When you have 4 women talking, you need something to distract them.
Why are you looking at my clothes? Get out.
It's a recipe for chaos.
I mean, it looked nice.
So 4 women. Wait. Hear this. He's saying that 4 women four women, be it 3 plus the producer, or whatever. It's a recipe for chaos. So they need cookies to distract themselves.
It's a recipe for honesty.
And you know what? That I agree with that. Do you know why?
I stand by that.
That's
because society tried to push the narrative that women like food more than men. I mean, that men like food more than women. But here we are.
Women, food. That's all I will say.
Please, going forward, Kelvin, Tolani, fix this shit.
I think my own problem is that Nigerian bodies don't even have a large palate. It's pasta.
That is
tomato
not
based.
pasta. No,
Bolognese.
that is not on Nigerian body. That's on Nigerian restaurant. Like, what are your options? It's not Nigerian body.
If you have a sophisticated palate, so my won't you now?
Where in Nigeria? What are your options?
Why you will make your findings?
You are broke. That's why I don't go to the restaurant. I'll give you
Pasta in the beginning.
I can't believe that you guys are saying that women who are okay paying 30-something thousand naira for pasta, those women are broke. How? Make it make sense.
No, they are not broke. We understand. Explore page. Don't worry.
I'm not doing this with you. Nigerian restaurant, please fix up your menu. Like, give us options.
But you know the thing about menus is inspired by the trend.
Ooh. The customer is always right.
Everybody has pasta because that's what people like.
Yes.
So it's not out of the blue.
No, we're not talking about Indomie.
Like pasta. Not golden penny.
Tantana.
No, what's that bam?
Shout out to Kesolo. Tanata.
I hope Badiga's a collective.
Man.
I have
Eating good.
What are you going to say?
So number 1,
Khan is in love
with the game.
He also do PSA.
Man, I love my niggas.
With the game.
I love my niggas. I love my niggas because they know.
Always the game.
So here's what I have to say. People on the last episode sort of hit me up and said that they didn't appreciate some the way I had conversations with Melody and Excel and Shea. And I really wanted to apologize, right? Because it's not exactly appropriate, right? It wasn't exactly good. That's number 1. And going forward, you guys are going to see a lot of changes. But the second thing I want to say is I saw a lot of people say, "Oh, you are Mr. Know-It-All." No, I don't behave like I'm Mr. Know-It-All. The problem is I've heard this all my life, and the thing is, before I turned like, how old am I? I'm going to be 30 this year. Before I turned, I think before I was 26, right? I used to think it was all about me, and it used to affect me in the sense that, but I'm not trying to be. But what I realized was, it's not about me, it's about you people. It's about the fact that you guys prefer people that don't know things and to make yourself look good, right? No, wait now. Like, people like, no, but that's what I've realized, because I realized, remember when Kendrick said, don't expect me to fake humble because to make your ass feel secure, because your ass is insecure, right? So it's not my fault. I think you need to fix your life or your lives.
You niggas should
in this
fix up your
situation.
lives.
Shout out to Emma Baga. Fix up your lives in this particular situation. If you think I'm Mr. Know-It-All, it's not my fault that I know things and I have a lot of insights and I read a lot and I dedicate time. I don't have time to read and listen to podcasts and watch YouTube, but I do because I need to get knowledge. So that's not my fault. So if you think that part of me saying the things that I know and I feel, because I also talk to a lot of smart people and I have insights on, that's not going to change. So you guys, that's those type of people need to find something else to complain about and you need to fuck off. Right? But to the people that really think that I scream at people when I'm passionate, thank you for the compassion and thank you for the criticism. Thank you to the people that sent me DMs. I really appreciate some of those insights as well. That's going to change going forward. Thank you very much, guys. But the third thing is, don't trust Nigerian women, bro.
In other words, everything he said can be summed up into 3 words.
Ololade Miyasha.
I thought, like, is that the? Oh my
Yo,
god!
Tolani
So
sounds like
cute.
someone that's
As in, I'm just
got
like,
in trouble with women a lot. The way he was dropping the apology.
very
I will apologize, but I'll gaslight you. I apologize. I'll still gaslight you still.
very dead.
Started with the apology and ended with, I know more than you.
Like,
Deal-
very
deal with
dead.
it.
Very
Deal
kind
with
of dead gaslighting
Deal with
apologies.
it.
That
I know more than you.
But that's the truth though.
How you guys
I really
doing?
know that.
Meanwhile, special guest, we got Deola in the building.
Fuck Deola.
The Ahmed. How you doing, bro?
That's how we roll.
how do you roll?
Deola, are you really Muslim?
Theoretically speaking, yes. For form filling purposes, I'm Muslim.
So what are you as a person? What do you identify as? Oh, Jesus Christ. Tolani, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm a
Do you know why that's funny? I imagine Deola as Ashake dancing.
Deola is trans-religious.
Nah, man. So funny thing is, I was born into a Muslim family.
Your dad was
Momsy,
Muslim.
Popsy,
Oh,
Muslim, like proper Muslim.
But what do you
family.
identify as?
But don't worry, I'm getting there. So
don't make him jump the gun.
they're quite liberal. and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
So Momsy is a proper Muslim, pray 5 times a day. Popsy is a man of the world. So
Balance is
You get-
necessary.
What
So-
man of the world?
don't worry about it. So,
I got you niggas
Don't worry about
breathing.
it. Don't worry about it. So funny story is my sister now is a staunch Christian. Spirit Coco.
She's older than you, Abi.
Yeah, yes. Older than my Spirit Coco.
The firstborn.
Church.
Is that
Two
like
Muslim
nowhere
parents,
near
a
in
Christian.
kind of church?
No, she wears earring. But like she prays. She has
She's
prayer.
married.
No. She has a prayer group every night. She takes prayer walks. It's that deep and stuff.
That's beautiful.
You get. Then there's me.
Who is what?
Sungba.
This episode is good. Because
Sure,
Deola has to
episode.
even open his mouth.
You get. So I tried.
Two.
I
Be
was
Christian.
To be which one?
The funny thing is, I've been an active Muslim. I've been an active Christian.
So where are you now?
Back
now?
when I was,
DJ.
when I was stumbling in the world,
You don't do mistakes.
I don't. I stopped. So after a while, I just said, you know what? Let me give this religion thing a pause.
So what do you do now?
Vibes.
Like Omomo.
I
What?
the vibe.
Are you an
Just
atheist?
vibes.
I'm not. I believe there's a God. I just don't believe in structured religion.
Okay, good. That's fair. So that
You
means
believe
you're
there's a
spiritual.
God?
I believe there's a God.
So
So you're too short to be sitting there.
I do.
Can
say,
you just stand up?
guy. Hey.
Thank you.
Melody. No, let me tell you something.
That's body shaming. No? You just body
Coming
shaming.
from you, I'm quite disappointed.
Well, let me tell you
Quite
something.
disappointed.
Let me tell you something. I'm taller than you have Yash.
No. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this.
So that's body shaming.
Do you know if I
I didn't sign up for this.
wait, do you know if Fireboy? Do you know if
Shut up!
Fireboy
You
will
don't
say to
shut up.
this?
What will he say? You guys, listen. Tolani, listen. It's not funny. Tolani is body shaming my bum bum and saying I don't have bum bum, and you're laughing.
But you
Own
just
it.
called
You don't
him
have
short
bum bum.
now.
Own it. It's just what it is. I don't have 6 packs. I have belly. I own it.
That's your business. I have
Own
bum
it.
bum, and you don't know what my bum bum
have-
is.
you should
You
own
have
it, though.
something behind you
Look, you
that
need to-
identifies as
you need to spin
a
the
bum bum,
narrative.
but it's not
It might be referred
me
to
tell you,
as an
Tolani,
extended back.
Let me-
trans.
No, extended back.
Let me tell you why this Nyash conversation is very funny.
Yeah.
And I feel really hurt.
Oh my god.
I feel really hurt that Tolani went there because I'm literally gonna cry right now. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with Toby, and he sent me a screenshot and said, one guy posted, "Be careful who your baby mama is.
I saw that
It's
shit.
gonna affect your daughter's hair."
I saw that shit.
And Toby sent it to me, and I'm like, "Duh, I have hair." I'm like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, I'm just saying." No.
For clarity purposes,
There's no
Toby
need for- there's no
is
need
her
for-
boyfriend.
What do you ask for the guy is
Continue.
impossible? But it's fine.
Kelvin just
We do
clapped.
self-work. And I said, but why are you sending me this stuff? Like, I have hair now. Then and I'll go anyway. And I said, for me though, I would like my son to have connecting mustache. Like, I want him to have beard. And
He went there.
Toby said, "Okay, I can work on that, but I would like my daughter to have hair."
Can you work on that? Wow. Violation. That's a violation.
In that moment, I just saw Lecky calling me Lecky.
I'm dead.
But guess what, guys? In a relationship where you guys can joke about stuff like that.
I beg.
No,
No. Wait.
It's good.
In a relationship where you guys can talk about shit like that, it's amazing.
It is.
You guys, please,
You're not walking on eggshells.
Melody, right now
not
you're
doing
even the
this.
only person in the relationship among the 3 of us.
Why did we start talking about
Asala.
this? Deola that was literally at that bar that day with one girl, and they were holding her.
Hello. To different girls. What's your point?
We are
What's your point?
Do you know what they call that shit? Plausible deniability.
Like, don't put me in trouble.
Plausible.
Don't put me in trouble. Nah, that's not my
Lagos
girlfriend. I'll be honest. I wanted her to be my girlfriend, but
So what happened?
she's not serious.
Madiola,
It's not only guys that are not serious. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I put it on the table for her. Like, I just came out of a relationship.
And she
I don't
was
want to.
like-
I said, it's fine. When you're ready, you have my number.
but guess what, Diola? She's going to regret it. Do you know why?
Why?
In the prayer was of Steve Diddy, Excel, go.
Men know the Lagos.
I don't know why you guys
Men
say this
know
is
the
the
Lagos.
biggest lie.
Let's break down the concept of men know the Lagos. The concept of men know the Lagos is there are a lot of women that are good, that are working, that are doing well and stuff like that. But the kind of men those women want, there are not a lot of them.
Okay, what kind of men do you think those women want?
They want someone who is also doing well, who is working, who is even doing better than them, who would make them no longer be strong black women.
That shit's hard.
I have to take it there.
That shit's hard.
Excel, you just open your mouth. Wow. How can you say women don't want to be strong? Are you serious right now?
But Melody, who
Melody.
do you call on the day that you are crying?
Melody.
Who?
My
Melody.
friend.
Exactly.
I love her.
And you are saying it doesn't have sense. So jokes on you.
See, Melody, I'm sorry. On the gram, on the TL, yeah, everybody wants to be a strong black woman. When you are alone,
In real life,
That
when
is
dollar
hard.
is 610,
when you're on Terminal Bridge and your tires burst, do you really want to be a strong black woman? You don't.
And it's
Diola, I have a
fun-
theory for you.
There are moments that you don't
I have a
want to
theory
be
for you.
strong black woman.
The agenda of a strong black woman is dead.
no, it's dying.
It's-
Even with, I saw a video where Taji Beyonce was like,
it's called the
I
full
don't.
circle.
I want us to stop doing the whole strong black women thing because it feels like when women start doing like this in video.
I don't understand.
That's
why-
what Yoruba say.
But guess
That's what Yoruba say. Oh, do me go.
From the depths of your soul.
I don't understand why you guys are so wicked.
How now?
It's ridiculous that you don't want.
How?
But
In
it's
what
the
way?
It's a man again, gotta love is wicked.
entertainment battle like this wicked. Bro, brick and lace. Those guys are actually the wicked ones.
Guys, guys?
Brick and Lace had
How
us
can you
as
not want?
teenagers.
How can you guys not want
dancing to
people
Love
to
is Wicked.
complain when they are overburdened?
They don't fill up.
When they are overburdened.
Yes, there's so much stress. Like, why do you? Why?
But that's
why?
eating your cake.
But
and
you people
having
don't
it.
care now. When men are strong, you just like we don't care. You guys don't care.
Excel.
Whatever. You guys
When you are
are
going
fine.
through shit, what do you do?
I move on.
When have you guys been asked out by a man before? And how did you guys say no?
That's for the guys.
Yeah, for the guys.
Of course.
I've never
On
been,
Twitter.
I've never been asked. It's asked out by a man.
Yeah.
I've never been
guy-
asked out by him. I've been moved to, but I've never been asked out by him.
On Twitter.
Define move to.
So Omo.
Gab John Yash.
No, I'll tell you the story, but if the person hears it, all best to the person.
I don't
I
understand.
won't say the person's name. So
Of
it was
course.
back in Unilag, year 2.
When did you graduate from Unilag?
Is that
When did you graduate from Unilag?
2016? So this was around second year. So this guy came to my hostel. So most of us in my room were law students. So I studied law. So he came over. We had a test next day and stuff. So everybody came. Let's read together and stuff. So it was 12 o'clock. They wanted to lock the gates. Some guys left. So he said, I know he wants to read overnight because I said I was reading overnight. No while now. So 2 a.m.
Did you know the guy was gay before that?
Not for a fact.
Okay.
Everybody had their suspicion. Some people already concluded. I like to give people benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And stuff. So 2 a.m. I went to my bed. I said, bro, you're all alone now. I'm going to sleep. 15 minutes later, my guy comes. So we shared a bed. He slept on my bed because he was my friend.
This is going to be wild.
Just
So-
on your bed.
I sleep
That's
off,
nice.
right? And in the middle of my deep sleep,
I want to give you deep dick.
I then feel a hand on my shoulder. I think, okay, maybe this guy does move as he's sleeping because people do that. But this hand was moving with coordination. You understand? You know,
Headed somewhere.
if somebody is sleeping anyhow, you know that, okay, maybe they touch your head and then next they touch. From here, it was just moving down, you know.
And it.
Go down, say.
From my, and then-
How do you think of this?
you stress me, man.
Oh,
Anyways, so from my shoulder to my hand to the side of my.
So you waited that long?
No,
I mean,
see,
try to see.
you know, I've never been in doubt about what's happening to
Yeah.
me in this
You
situation.
do use to occur. You do use to occur.
Until it was about to get to my booty, I jumped off. I said, no,
Booty call.
I went out of my room. I went outside to think.
What just
Say
happened?
God.
To think of two things. One,
Say
what
God.
just happened, and two, how do I approach this matter? Do I storm in and fuck this guy up?
If you storm in and fuck him up, that guy if he died. that
That's what I
night,
thought.
If you die,
Yes.
Unilag,
Yeah.
they will beat you.
Say
They will
somebody is
beat
gay and
you
move to you.
in a boys' hostel, they will beat your life.
Beating.
They will beat your
And
soul.
the hostel is now locked.
which of the male hostel is it? Shoulder in the
No, Jaja.
Jaja.
Jaja? Okay.
So I like,
You shoulder in the
Nah.
that one is gone.
I can't do it to this guy. When I went back, he was already up. Said, bro, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Started apologizing. I was forming, what the fuck? You're like, bro, it's not my fault. It's hard. I said, what's hard? Let's be clear.
What's
I
it
stopped. So like, it's hard for him.
to?
Being gay. Like I felt for him.
And having sex.
Yeah,
It's
I,
really
I,
hard.
I,
It's like
agree.
it's-
I agree.
He can't be open about it.
Yes.
The only reason why he approached me is because I'm one of the guys that is nice to him.
Yeah. I actually think it's really
Do you
hard to be
understand? Like it
gay
was
in
very,
Nigeria.
at that time, it
I
was
agree.
very, very, very hard for him. So I might fall for him.
Yeah.
I might tell him that in your life, bruh. Please, next time we do it, I promise you end in hospital. I guarantee you. And it's not me that will beat you.
Maybe that's extreme, but
No,
Not
I guess
really.
no.
Not
See,
really.
it's too. It's you know how they say
That was sexual assault, by the way.
look,
yeah, I agree.
What's that Yoruba saying about
That's
you
true.
beat a child with
Yeah.
one hand and then you use
Yes.
him? So I just said, you know what, bro, don't do it to me. Like you're lucky that you did it to me, and I'm calm about it.
Some other boys,
On the spot,
on this-
it's going down
On site.
On site,
but the truth is, being gay in Nigeria must be so hard.
very.
Like, how do you find lovers? How do you?
You can. It's easy.
Is it easy? I don't think
Because
it's easy.
there's an active community of
It
like
is.
for like.
But that
for, like,
community, your family
homosexuals.
members might not understand it. Your
they
friends might
won't.
not
I have a
understand
theory.
it.
I think it's greed for some of them.
Greed for the family members, Abi.
For them.
In what sense?
I think you know how some men desire some men or some women, and maybe the woman has told them no, or maybe the woman has not even said anything, but they just go in anyway with the fullest amount of
Energy.
Like they're
energy.
constantly winning the person regardless.
So the girl is in their room, they're trying to off her pants in the middle of the night, or touching her breast. Like the things that women say is what's the word for that?
Sexual assault now.
That our guy Kemen was accused of groping.
Groping.
Okay.
Like like when a man gropes you, like it's that type of thing. For example, I had there was one person. I'm sorry that you have to hear this. In my DMs last year, I think I told you. That was the wildest one. I've had like 4 in my adult life. I don't know why, but it's just. I mean, I take it as a compliment.
But Tolani be like person go they do gay porn.
Hard, very rough.
You gotta go down watch all those. Go down read all those articles where Tolani they very unnecessary. I guess you gotta go say,
Yes. This is how I like my men.
But the funny thing, I think the guy was not. It was the stud. The last one was the stud.
Oh, okay.
So start being that.
He's the one that gives it to the.
Wow.
Okay, so we give you your yash.
It will not
Solani's Yansho.
not.
No.
I'm asking, what is your yash
No, like
special?
yash
What's in your
general.
yash?
Melody.
It's your yash special. I beg,
Melody.
come out.
No, allow me.
I understand your aggression with Yash because of lack of resources. But go on.
This is the last time. Akalani, this is the last time you guys make reference to my bomb. So what did the guy say?
So it was very wild because this guy was a fan of like articles
Then he now went into.
and facts only. I'm like,
That was his entry point.
that was the entry point. I'm like,
I did
oh, wow.
wank to that's only.
That's very disturbing sight.
He probably has facts only on the loop. And that's fact only. And that's fact only.
But be like, yes!
That's it.
Yes!
And that's fact only.
I'm dying. Oh God.
That's facts only. Yes!
We just ruined facts only for Tolani. It will never be the same. Go on. Sorry.
Oh my god! Anyways,
Fuck you guys. I don't know if I was. Fuck you guys. Okay, let me try.
Well, that's
anyway, where was I?
you said the guy said like he likes facts only.
Yeah, no, I like
Yes.
articles and
Facts
facts.
only.
Facts only. And the person used to comment my mentions.
You guys used to chat normally.
Bro, I'm such a fan.
Uh.
And all of a sudden, it was one Saturday, I think. The person go, oh my God, I'm such a big fan of your.
Facts only.
And he said, when are you coming to ABJ? I'm like, bro, I'm not coming to ABJ. I live in Lagos.
Can I
Lagos
fly
goes
you
ahead
out?
to I think the next Saturday. Facts only drops on Saturdays, right?
Okay.
Person goes, oh my God, when are you coming to ABJ? I would like to host you.
Listening party. Say, come, let me listen to your asshole.
Ringtone.
I like your ringtone. I want to do your ringtone.
Melody got me off guard there. Got me off guard. I didn't see that coming, man.
I'm like, okay. That was what I
You're like,
suspecting,
yeah,
but
like-
me as a guy that's not homophobic anymore. I used to be. I'm like, okay, let's.
No benefit of the doubt. Give me a benefit of the
This
doubt,
gives
man.
new meaning to when I land.
Yeah.
I land softly on the sofa floor.
So fast.
You guys won't put Tolani on a sofa floor. Not normal for sofa. Gently.
See,
Suffering.
slowly.
I'm like, okay. I went ahead with the flow. The guy said, "Oh my God, but it's something." I think he said something wild after. I'm like, bro, I don't play for that team. He said, I don't care.
Eh?
Yes, no. That was what I'm
She's
like.
like, fuck that shit.
He said, I don't care. That's your. He said, that's your business.
Like, I don't need to participate fully. Just,
That's your business.
I don't.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Like-
He said, that's your business.
50 Shades of Gay.
You know the funny thing? Tolani's saying that is not. It's not funny. It's. I don't know the
Rapey
word you
vibes.
use.
What
That's
I'm about to
rapey
say
vibes.
It
next-
gives rapey
What I'm about to
vibes.
say next will bust your mind.
Yeah,
I
what-
said, I like your tongue.
Your tongue.
Your tongue.
I said this guy don't wank the fact only. When Tolani go, they para. Yeah!
Screw at them.
Your tongue.
I'm
like-
only now.
That's why I go on the conversation. See. I think I said something after that.
The day Tolani told me this story, Tolani was telling me with shock. I was like,
Yeah.
That's wild.
But you know the funny thing, Tolani saying
tongue.
that him telling the guy that, oh, I don't play for that team, and the guy's like, I don't care. It's quite wild.
Very wild.
Because you know what?
That's scary shit.
I'm just like, is it a language? Because I remember someone talking to me, and that was the same thing she said. So I was like, I don't do this. I was like, don't worry. It doesn't matter. Like, I'll teach you.
I think the problem with them is
Yeah.
I think the problem with them is
Like, I don't
problem with them is
so don't
they,
worry.
I think they've heard people say that a lot
And change their minds.
And change their
afterwards.
mind.
and they've seen them do it. So, but bruh,
Or maybe the lack of enough options, or like plenty people, like having just like, you know what, whoever, so long as you are willing, I can teach you.
I also think it's hubris in the sense that you have probably conquered like your circles. You know how men we are. Like maybe you've had sex with a lot of women of a particular clan. You want to step out of that clan.
That's how you guys move clan by clan.
It's not always intentional.
You conquer territories.
Genghis Khan.
the Mongols.
Genghis Khan.
The Mongols. This one are Monge.
The clan that clan is currently conquering is Instagram.
Gege.
That's where
Meanwhile,
that's where you find him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
But
gosh.
guess what?
Okay.
I don't DM babes on Twitter anymore.
She's not Instagram.
Bro. I don't know what it is, but after the last episode where I talked about this explore page thing, I started seeing more sponsored
Ads.
sponsored
God, that
ads of
is-
babes.
They're listening to us.
I'm like,
This one is different.
way more sponsored
Instagram
ads
is
of babes just sponsoring their beauty
Mark
and
Zuckerberg
their
is
legs and their skimpy cheap gown.
Don't put cheap. How do you know it's cheap?
Women's clothing is
That's
cheap.
not true.
Have you bought clothes for your man?
You know,
Have you bought clothes for your
Land on a sofa floor. Just
Wait, because
A
the way you cut melody of guy.
A lot. I'm like, is that a question? Not a lot, but yeah.
I like Berry's honesty.
Bro, men's clothing is unnecessarily expensive.
I hate it.
It's stressful,
It
man.
doesn't
I
make
hate
any
it.
sense.
I
Wow,
hate it
clothing
so
is
much.
expensive.
I hate it
Because our
so
clothing
much.
is basic.
Do you understand?
There's not
expensive,
much. It's very
unnecessarily
basic. Why is men's
expensive.
clothing
I'm like, why?
expensive?
They're selling masculinity.
It's not.
We don't want. We don't want. In abundance. We know.
They're selling patriarchy.
What the fuck is this?
And
Meanwhile-
Naif cause all these things for everybody for just being naked.
Bro.
Meanwhile, guys, please remember that all our collective features are in our hands. So please make sure you
Yeah.
get your PVCs and vote for a better Nigeria. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, speaking about voting stuff and politics, what did you guys see the Peter Obi comment in response to the
Do you guys see that the fact
situation?
that sorry, man, discussion.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that Peter Obi lies were trending on Twitter today?
Yeah.
Man, Nigerian politics is wild.
Bro.
dirty?
Bro, it's
Dirty. I've been seeing friends cursing each other, talking about how their friends should burn.
The wildest thing about this week,
Of
politics-wise, is Peter Obi went to visit Wike.
Is that the wildest thing that
It
happened?
is a bit wild.
I know where you're going, but bro, that's
It is a bit wild.
That's-
Then
that's dangerous,
northern
wild.
APC members have started decamping. So
I
either
saw that.
PDP or NN. Is it NNPP?
I don't
Kwankwanso's party. Kwankwanso has a new party.
Yeah, NNPP.
No, NPP. It's another thing entirely.
I know
It's not an NPP, sure?
Eh?
NPP is an Easter party.
Yeah.
It's a national, but it's a northern. It's a Kwankwanso's thing.
Yeah.
They started decamping.
Do you guys think the Kwan Council and Peter Obi thing could really do something?
It might make them get way higher votes.
It's
than
NNPP.
normal.
Sorry,
So,
sorry, because
yeah.
Is that a guarantee for a win? No.
guys?
So,
Sorry,
yeah,
Kwankwaso's party.
I
Just to
agree with
clarify,
that.
it's actually NNPP.
It's NNPP,
Okay.
Abi, yeah.
NNPP.
It will give them more leg than they have now.
Somebody gave a hot take now. He said the person said Atiku is now the third force.
How can somebody say that?
Yeah. So what's that? Atiku is now the third.
But I get it with the VP selection though. I get why that is even in the conversation. Let's not forget that conversation only happened
Wike is pissed too.
after the Okowa thing.
He fucked up.
Who
Wike
fucked
is
up?
pissed.
I mean, it's a two-pronged conversation in the sense that I get why I didn't pick Wike.
Why?
I get it.
Why would you get it? Tell me
Why would you pick a vice that will make you have sleepless nights?
That's it.
And this is coming from Atiku that gave Obasanjo sleepless nights.
Wike is
You
gunpowder.
guys, wait, listen to this. Let's picture this. For the longest, we've had conversations in Nigeria about presidency and vice presidency, and the vice president being too docile and not being functional. Don't you think having a president and a functional vice president will do all of us a great good?
There's a difference between
Functional
docile
and
functional
force of
and
nature.
vice president. We go bully president.
Vice president with the mad.
We they
Like-
mad.
Pure mint.
Wicked they mad. Oh, Wicked is not normal.
When you try to pick a partner, do you pick one that is mad?
You have to balance the equation.
Come on.
Little, all black women are mad.
You see, as you they
think
crazy,
we're going
you they
I
crazy.
think you are stupid.
Dead
I think you're going
is
there.
calm. Dead is calm.
I was just waiting. You
Dead
guys are
is calm.
stupid. Shut up. Most of you are not calm.
Me?
What's this behavior?
Oh,
What
you-
do you call this exact behavior? You
I
just
think we should ask the
exhibited?
camera crew to play back your tips.
Rewind.
I just knew that both of you were going there. It's ridiculous.
But you have to pick a VP that would literally play along and stick
Please,
with your
bro.
agenda. Like with Wike, you don't know what he would do. You literally don't know.
Right.
I think who can become president and say, we are going to fix electricity. Then Wike can go for an interview. Electricity is not the problem here. Like he can
How
literally
much
go
more
off
electricity do you
off
need?
script. He can literally go off
Nah,
script like
nah,
that.
Man. You don't want that.
Actually,
You don't want
but
that.
at the end
You
of the
don't need
day, too, I also feel like people judge people by their outlook a lot. About what else will you judge them with? That's what people will say.
Yeah,
starting
it's not like
point
we,
now.
yeah.
But sometimes get to know people first.
Plus, Okowa has been around politically more than Wike.
Who has more power now?
I don't like
Wike
that
has
guy's
more. Wike has more.
Wike would have
financial
defeated
power.
Atiku, and I think that's what Atiku is more scared of.
The power.
The fact that Wike is
Wike came
uncontrollable.
second
That's
in
wild.
PDP primaries.
No.
And
Wike
by
would
a
have
few
won.
hundreds.
No.
It's not because of
Wike
we
would
said
have
it before
won.
now.
It's not
We said it
because of
before.
Tambua.
yeah, we talked about this before.
But
Tambua
guys,
delegate.
picking a vice president that is not the most loved, that is not the most. There's people when they announced Okowa. Did you see facts?
You did-
and
I saw
figures from
news.
Delta
I saw
State?
news.
have-
I read
Just
somewhere.
days ago, pensioners were protesting just 2 days ago in
Not
Delta State.
Steve Dedesha.
I have problems with that guy's name.
Oh, so
We
they
will
didn't like
see.
him.
Okowa.
Why?
Steve
The
Dedesha,
Yoruba
agenda man.
translation.
What's the
Okowa, our prick. Like you and Tolani and 3 of you prick together now become one. Okowa.
Nobody's prick is becoming one here.
Like Okowa, that's solid.
Why are you excited by this? The joining of pricks.
Just like amalgamation.
No, you are very slim. You can't take the terrain.
Hey, don't make that about me, please.
But why are you
Yeah.
excited? You seem
It's
very
just-
passionate about the concept of.
Wait, guys, here's the question though: which women like big prick or need? No, two-pronged question.
You're always pronging this guy. Everything they prong with you.
Brother, it's
How do you
it's very
compare
important.
this to this?
Diversity and destiny.
Yeah.
Which type of women one like big prick?
Go on, how
Big
do you
yash
get
women or small yash women?
You're just a big
or
ass woman or melody.
No, thick women or slim women, not melody. Everything is not about you.
Anyways,
Go
Excel, you don't go. I'm not going.
excel.
This is a deep question.
This is
This is a stupid
this
question.
is
What's deep about
this is
it?
a
This is fake
worldly
deep.
question.
You're not
But
talking about-
from our time at the Academy of the Streets, research has shown that women with a bigger future,
The future that will be. Are you okay?
women with
sensitive?
women with bigger this
touchy
thing,
area.
just because it's bigger right at the back, so it needs to be for them to really feel it. It has
I'll
to
be
be.
sleeping out.
That's
Longer.
not true. Because a woman's behind his back does not mean she's
Let it not get
But
lost.
that's a
Get
general
lost in the sauce.
that's a general idea.
That's a
It's
general
not true for all of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
it's a
usually
general
it
thing.
can be.
Yeah. Let
But-
it not get lost in the cheeks.
That's the title of an album.
Lost in the cheeks. I see.
Please, guys, can we go back talking about politics?
But let's
Thank you so
let's
much.
let's
Okay,
digress.
yes.
Deola, what do you think? You agree with Excel?
To a certain extent.
The
Because
fake deep for me. Go on.
No, this is research.
why would you just say I'm fake deep?
How do you know about these things?
We do.
It talks to people.
We
You
do
understand?
We do.
You don't do it.
I studied law. I do research.
R&D.
I do research. It's my area of forte.
I'm not
I
surprised.
research.
I'm not surprised.
I research a lot.
I know.
And like Excel said, based on findings, not me, based on findings
Findings.
and stuff, you know. And do you think about women with small butts? They're very ambitious.
Maybe small words.
Small butts, they're very ambitious.
Ambitious how?
You agree, don't you? You agree, don't you?
What is this?
They're more ambitious.
Ambitious how?
But here's also the thing: a lot of women that the thing of size, I've also realized with women is it's unique to different people. A lot of women think that's what they want, but I've realized that a lot of women that say that's what they want, I've probably not had a lot of sex. Women that have had a lot of sex will tell you, nah, this is what I prefer. They will not say this is what I want. They will say this is what I prefer.
Tolani, even that big dick and the popularity of big dick is just PR. A lot of women do not actually like men with big prick because.
But what is big prick though?
It's depending on the length and how much a woman can take. A woman because it's going to be painful when you're having the sex. Who wants all of that?
Plus, there's a
Now she's screaming, he's touching my womb.
I just scream, who do this bit?
It's just PR. Women like moderate
there's also
size
the theory
dicks.
that big dick men just feel like they can appear. And that's
all they need.
And then niggas with small dicks feel they need to compensate. So they go
Not even compensate. It's not a
It's
compensating thing. It's to
compensation
do
now,
more
you have to
work as
compensate.
you should.
Come
instead.
on, tell us your sample size. Come on. Come on.
Get out! It's just to put
But
in
some
more.
local government.
No way said that.
I'm sorry.
I can't
Bear with
believe
me.
you.
I don't know where that came from.
I can't believe you.
I'm not responsible for my words.
I can't believe
I'm
you.
sorry.
Anyway,
Back
Sha,
to politics.
back to politics. So
No,
people
we're not done. Go on.
like I already said, big dicks is just PR. A lot of women rather just like have moderately sized dicks because, like he also mentioned, some men feel like because they have big dicks, you just have to appear and just bend you over.
What's a big dick?
Mina,
What's the
mina,
size
mina.
of a big dick?
You tell me, what is you guys are the ones with
Melody,
dicks now.
3 of us don't just go out and say, yeah, Tolani, bring out your dick. Except bring out your dick.
Women
Let's measure.
talk.
Do
Don't
men
do that
measure
shit.
their dicks
Why?
with ruler?
Why?
Have you ever done it before?
No.
When I was secondary school, when I was still
No, as an
stupid.
adult, have you ever tried
Fuck
it?
no.
But why?
Because it doesn't really matter.
I don't need to.
But
Like
why?
to tell the girl what your
I
size
do
is.
know what I'm carrying.
Why?
I don't need to measure it.
Have you ever felt the need to know your dick length?
No.
Why?
Dear men out there, I think you
Does
guys
my
should,
dick wear
Why?
shirts?
men,
or trousers?
maybe take a ruler today
In the back.
and measure the length of your dick.
Nah,
If
what-
you're listening to me.
What's this supposed to do? What's the need? What does it do?
What's going to achieve?
What's the importance?
So that you know what you're carrying.
Not only, here's what you.
I can see what I'm
Here's also what you need to know. This when you've had a lot of sex, you don't need to talk about sex with a woman anymore. Women want to do. It's women that want to talk about sex.
Talk about sex like verbally.
Yeah.
Like okay, like
Especially when you've not met.
okay. Like sex talk.
Yeah.
Or like phone sex.
Yeah.
Do you like phone sex?
No, I'm not talking
How
about phone
did we
sex.
end here?
I hate
Why
phone
are we here?
I'm not talking about phone
What
sex.
is
I
it?
do
What
as
is
well.
it?
But it's in
I'm
terms
gonna
of
ask
bro, just come and take it. It's not.
Come on, you see the arrogance. Come and take what?
What's
Come and
back
take
in
it.
here?
You're not even humble.
don't
Come and
waste my
take it. Take
time.
Have
what?
control.
W4. But do you like phone sex?
No, it's a waste of time.
How?
I do like.
Our producer said,
Let me tell you something. I don't like video energy. If you are going to, you can't be calling me. I'm saying, oh, I'm touching. Nah, fuck that
And I'm
shit.
spanking you now.
Nah, fuck, bro. I'm not even hard. I'm like, are you
That
mad?
shit, I'm sorry. It flies
are you saying
over
phone
my
sex does
head.
not turn you on?
No,
It flies over
Except
my
by
well,
you.
head.
bro.
It's a
If you're a
bit absurd.
sexy ass woman, put your phone.
No
in front
video,
of your face.
audio, Tolani,
I
forget.
don't care.
That's even worse.
Put it, bro. Put it in front of your face and show me what you're doing.
So, but audio, uncle, you can't do phone.
I don't care.
Except what about you?
I do like video.
But not audio.
This is
It's a waste of time.
it's not imaginative enough. I don't know.
What about you?
I said it flies over my head.
So if your girlfriend calls you for phone, what do you do?
I say, bro, come to my house. If you can't come, video call me. If you can't, we'll talk tomorrow. What are you telling? And I'm touching myself. Oh,
Congrats.
I'm hard. Oh.
Congratulations.
You're like, all the best to you. All the best to everybody involved. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
I don't
shout out
think so,
to all the
but it's fine.
baddies.
Back to politics. Thank you so much. So Peter.
Excel, I saw what you just said to
God.
me.
Sending yourselves nudes on social media. What is it?
Yes.
A girl.
Yesh.
Yes. Join the podcast.
I dey always send this guy. Like when I see like because I know Tolani spec. If I see him at the center, we get one time where I see him. You just see him. Excel Joab reporting for Afrobeat News.
Can you guys stop this nonsense and let's talk about Peter Obi and the state of the nation. Isn't that your problem now?
But it's wild that I didn't know I didn't realize
Oh,
what my
Jesus
preference
Christ.
to now.
Tolani, isn't that your problem?
No, I'm not even talking.
Some days, like it rained today. So
I love that.
Fair. I can't argue.
Back
with
to the
that.
Peter Obi conversation, guys. He's currently trending over his Ekweremadu tweet. Do you think he should have put that out? You know, let's start from the backstory.
few days before that day, few days before Unugebu Madu casted.
This guy called me yesterday. And that was, he said, "Do you know his new name?"
I said Ekweremadu's name is now Unugebu Madu. It's not Ekweremadu again. Unugebu Madu. You will kill somebody.
Bruh.
So few days before that, Ekweremadu was interviewed and he said, and I quote, that the Southeast will vote for PDP. That Peter Obi cannot win.
Meanwhile,
And I remember someone, I think he also, did he post it on Instagram or a news outlet posted it on Instagram? And a pastor, a popular pastor, Anselm Madubuko or something like that, wrote in the comment section, "Don't worry, another Yam Festival is coming soon." If you remember, a few years ago, there was a Yam Festival in the UK that Ekweremadu went for, and Igbo people beat him.
for real.
You didn't hear this? They beat him in Germany, Abi. They beat the
Why?
Was
But-
Senate press? It's,
Yo.
I think it's been the Nigerian.
they beat and tear. The video is on YouTube. They tear his shirt.
Nigerian Igbo person since Aguiyi Ironsi, I think.
And they feel like you've not done anything, right?
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah, that's
tear in shirts.
no, that's this guy that died, Chuba Okadigbo.
No, but like he has been saying since 2003 now. Ekweremadu.
Yeah, but Chuba Okadigbo is Igbo now.
Yeah.
Chuba Okadigbo was Senate president. Yeah, I think it's Chuba Okadigbo.
So that pastor said, don't worry, another New Yam Festival
So you know what's gonna happen when
is
you come.
coming. Next thing we know, this was yesterday now. Abi.
Day before.
Was it the
For the
first?
Ekweremadu, you knew.
Sorry, guys.
I think it was the first.
When I just said Okadigbo, why did they used to call people? Why did they call people that have big head Okadigbo? Okadigbo said it's not even big.
I don't even know.
Yoruba people are
I don't
rude.
know,
Please
just-
continue.
I saw the news on Gossip Mill. I was like, this must be a joke thing.
Yeah.
This can't be a real thing.
So let's talk about the news.
And
now.
then I now googled
Backstory.
Ekweremadu, and the first article I saw,
Can you drop your phone on your body video?
the first article I saw was Daily Mail. It's not even a Nigerian article I
Yeah.
saw. It was Daily Mail in the UK.
Yeah.
Daily Mail in the
They
UK.
were arrested. Give us the news. Like
Wrote
Ekweremadu and his wife.
That Ekweremadu.
They don't like yes, a black man fuck up.
Ekweremadu 60. Betty Ekweremadu 51.
Nigeria.
Bro, as I was reading,
We are arrested for organ harvesting.
alleged
For
conspiracy.
alleged.
To harvest the
that
organs of
headline
a
was
child.
wild.
bro, it was.
That headline was
I
kind
can't
of.
believe it.
See,
People were like, is it the same Ekweremadu? Is it? Can
Everybody
it be?
you have to ask.
People were like, is it the one? I'm like,
It was
open
wild.
the article.
Ask,
Nigerians,
man.
open the article.
as
now.
someone who works in media, I can understand why that's the headline, because in digital media, you need to be able to retain attention.
Yup.
Yup.
Slap people.
Sensationalism.
Yeah, slap you
Yup.
in
But
the
the
face.
Give us
problem
much
is,
information with the
They
headline.
made the guy seem like he was the said he was the
Yep.
Pablo Escobar
Of kidneys.
bruh.
The kidney cartel. We move kidneys.
Pablo Escobar of kidneys.
Kidney distro.
Something like he did this true.
But yeah, that's what they made it seem like. This was a thing. He had been doing
Kidney
it for-
orchard.
He has a ring.
So then, when they wrote it,
go the place they plug
Say kidney
so
orchard.
now Daily Mail, because now I'm checking, Daily Mail has updated the story. They now know who he is. So now the headline has changed.
Senate president.
Nigerian Senator Ike Ekweremadu and wife charged for trafficking a child to UK for organ harvesting. One story. Second story. They still Daily Mail. London doctor turned down Nigerian organ harvesting parents. Ooh.
Or would that headline tick?
But here's the thing. Technically, it's organ harvesting.
Yeah, in the general sense, but
Yeah.
it's not as deep as they're
Technically,
making
it
it
is.
seem.
But the way they made it sound.
No,
the
they
way-
have to now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
Guys,
They have
clicks.
Yeah.
Need them clicks for.
But it's
I feel
actually
bad
it's
for-
wild. You feel bad for who now?
his
I feel
daughter,
bad for
Not
him.
him. Not him.
I actually feel bad for him.
Why do you feel
I don't
bad for him?
See, guys, a lot of people are going to mistake this for me supporting bad behavior.
Which you do normally.
Thank you.
You walked into that one.
Bruh. But I just think that's one of the biggest one of the most heartbreaking things for a father is seeing your child die before your eyes, and you can do something to save it.
Yeah.
Right? When you have all the money in the world and
Yeah.
it can't save your
Living in a reckless
loved
country.
one's life.
Yeah.
So I feel like on a good day, right? People do kidney transplants all the time.
Yep.
But the problem is you have to wait your turn.
Wait your
If it's not
turn.
your turn, you're probably going to keep dying. And if you die before that time, then so be it.
Oops. On to the next one.
Wow.
That's the truth.
So the problem with this guy is he probably thought he has all the money, he can find the right person.
I'm from a
I
poor
mean,
country.
people- Eh?
I'm from a poor country.
Right?
I can buy kidney.
Exactly.
I mean, Nigerian.
Like literally, Nigerians were selling their kidneys like 10 years ago
Casually.
to get money casually. So he probably thought, okay, let him get his daughters on, right? So people have to have sympathy for him in a way. I'm sorry. Like, don't you guys understand what I'm trying to say?
I get. See, when I read this thing, it reminded. I don't know if you've watched this movie, John Q.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington. So his son needed heart transplant. Same issue. Waiting list, blah blah blah. Bro, my guy went to go and get gone. Locked the hospital up. Told them to give you some hearts.
Yeah.
And he went to jail. Because he knew that from that point is I'm
he
committing
saved
a
his son.
crime, but I'm going to save my son. Let him have his life. I go to jail.
So now the problem with this is
the
the problems. Thank you. Problems with these are one, as dire
It's
as
a dangerous precedent.
No.
It is.
It is, but
It is.
as dire as the situation of his daughter's health is or
Yeah.
was, I don't know if anything has been done about it. That's still a very, 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 very extreme response,
To it.
Regardless of how
bro.
you feel.
Like, it's extreme.
Yeah,
Excel.
It's more than extreme. It is wild.
All factors.
That's like me saying, I know my brother or my father or somebody would die and I need money for surgery. And I would carry gun.
I shoot you quickly.
It's even not the same analogy. It's
Yeah.
not the same even. But
Yeah.
still, like, I can't even find an analogy that fits.
It's the same in the sense of you are choosing the same type of extreme that could harm somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the difference here is, number one, you have the money waiting.
That's the person now.
That's
the Ekweremadu
Yeah.
You have the money to do it. Like the money is just sitting somewhere
Yeah.
waiting to be activated for you to do it. And you live in a country where people sell their kidneys casually.
People are
Yes.
poor.
Somebody would have normal.
Bro, but for him to have done that, he's probably tried.
No.
I
For
don't
him
believe
to
so.
have done
I
that,
think
it
it's-
proves that one, he's a Nigerian.
Yes, we have a culture of
We
anyhowness.
Yes.
have a culture
Imagine
of
it
thinking
on
we
a
can
politician
break
level.
rules. Excellent, Tonani. Do you think he would have acted that way if he weren't a Nigerian politician who has power? Do you think he would have done that?
I think that's
Tonani,
even-
also, let me
that's
not give you
even
another.
more of a
Sorry,
problem.
let me give you another thing. Why did you pick a stranger like who is poor? The exploitative mind to do that. Doesn't that boy have family members?
Well, the people that were
They
selling
collected
their
their money.
kidneys
Mhm.
some years ago were also people that were poor.
Yes.
But they were not underage.
But these guys,
They also consented to
this
it.
guy, like news that you read before,
They
the
said that,
podcast
that,
said it's
that,
actually
that it's actually 21.
So
it
but
was-
but
it's-
the boy is saying he didn't consent to it.
It's two things for me. One is that just shows you how the mentality Nigerian politicians have.
Nigerians
Do you know
don't
that
even
if
do
it was a politician
anything.
in
Stop
any-
saying politician. Right? This is
Nigerian thing. See,
it's a Nigerian thing.
it's a
Because
Nigerian thing.
for you to confidently
Do that.
you understand, like you carry the boy through airports, through
Bro.
customs, into the country, you casually take him to the hospital. Someone that doesn't even know what he's going for.
But I'm just
That's
surprised.
madness.
No,
And
it's-
also, it is even wrong to buy the
It-
organ.
actually-
No, my own is even.
It's wrong.
My
It's
own is
illegal
even
to
that.
buy
it is organ trafficking.
Yes,
Yes,
it's illegal
straight
to
up.
buy. It's
It
illegal
is.
to buy.
My own is even
Like-
that. My own is even that.
In the UK, at least.
Ekweremadu in this Nigeria would have found somebody that will willingly.
But
Donate.
Excel, it's a two.
And-
it's a
and
it's,
pay.
I have two arguments
Then
against
that
that.
pain is even wrong. Stop saying that pain.
No,
wrong.
like-
It's,
Like you make your
it's
fish
wrong
like, you
now.
won't- like nobody
It's wrong.
can do it.
It's
Yeah.
a backdoor.
It's
But Melody,
backdoor.
It's a backdoor
living in a
payment.
country
People do
where-
it.
It's illegal.
People do it.
the game is the game. Sorry, sadly.
It's
But it's actually-
yeah, people would. We get people
Right,
who do
people were selling their kidneys in Malaysia.
Malaysia, casually.
$100,000.
Are you in the
Like
lag
you
years?
are-
Are you in the lag
I
years?
heard.
easily.
Right?
You just go to hospital and say, "Oh, I'm a willing donor. Give me my money."
Even one time they saying that we should sell our eggs in school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have like
Sperm this
donor.
thing used to come to hospital.
Yeah.
All those sperm, they used to come
If
to
man say
Unilag
why?
too to meet boys to come and donate sperm. And boys did a lot of fathers out there
They don't
from
even know
Unilag.
shit.
Yeah.
From Unilag. We don't know.
Except Junior or Bass.
No, I never did.
No.
I never did. I was too scared by the shit. I was like, nah, dog.
It sounds like our father. I know you guys see that shit on Netflix.
Nah, dog.
You guys have not seen that shit?
I have.
I've only seen the.
Our
I've
father
not
is
watched
wild.
it. I think he had like 100 children or something.
Bro, over like 186.
It will be more than. It's more than 100.
Bro, that's
You're going to
wild.
say something.
Yeah, so number one, I don't think it wouldn't have tried.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, bro. Nigerian big man. You have been how long has this man been a big man? Let's
Like
dive
20 years
At
now,
least
man.
20 years.
Like 20 years now.
You are
People want
used
to go
to
through
anyhowness.
Yes.
You are used to it.
Anyhowness in that situation is also, I think, even if he rejected that situation, it would have been because he thought he no one cast.
You don't understand.
Who know
At
what
that
that-
situation, it's not anyhowness to him. It's
You
just
know
like
now.
I'm a big
Like,
man.
Why do I have
can
to
get away
wait?
with shit.
Yes, why do I have to
He's not
wait?
even thinking about it from a getaway. You don't
don't
understand.
understand.
Like this second
He
nature
doesn't
thing is
think-
like
he doesn't
think-
think that there's
I think
anything
there's
doing
something there
wrong.
now.
I think, so here's the thing. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate.
no, we know.
Right? I also think he knew the risks. This is
Of
not
waiting.
in Nigeria, yes, to have been any honest. Because you can get away with it.
Mhm.
You've seen artists move mad and they're fine.
Yeah.
Every
You've
time.
seen, bro. See people embezzle money. Someone was accused of terrorism as a minister and they still remained a minister. Right?
Screw.
But this guy was going to do it in the UK.
Yeah.
I also don't think he would have taken the boy to the UK knowing that he was in the UK.
I think
I think that boy agreed when it was
no.
in
Here's what
Nigeria.
I even think.
Like I said,
Here's what I
not.
think. Here's what I think.
I'm saying my
Here's what I
Because-
think.
yeah,
I think
he got scared.
Yeah.
I think Ekweremadu did not do his homework finish.
Okay. Go ahead.
How?
I don't think Ekweremadu did his what I'm because organ harvesting is a big deal. Even like aside it's a big business in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Trafficking
Is that in Eastern Europe?
is big business. I don't think he did his homework finish because if he did,
You would have gone to Eastern Europe and got
he would have gone to a hospital. What are we talking now?
So maybe also the
didn't do his homework
quality of the
finish.
doctors in UK.
He didn't do his bro.
The quality of doctors in UK, maybe.
I said that Eastern Europe, this thing has been a business that has been there 30, 50
Scandinavia.
years. They do them.
Like how can
They
I
do
feel
am.
So
like
I think
He didn't do his homework finish.
the-
And then I went to a hospital because if you go to those kind of places, they know what's up.
Yeah.
The doctors with they know what's up. The boy won't para. You could just inject them, give him put.
are you serious right now?
I serious die.
No,
Do something for Infanta and go sleep. When he wake up, one
So
kidney
can
don't
you
miss.
stop? It's not even right to say that. Are you serious now?
I'm telling you
But
as it is.
See, it's
No,
not.
that's not how it is.
My own is if you are going to go as far as do crime like this,
You might as well
do your
do-
research, do your homework.
No, see, whatever is worth
I
doing.
can't
at
believe
all
you guys are stop that.
Was
At the detriment of somebody's life. Stop that.
Melody.
Let-
If you are going to go to prison for organ trafficking,
complete the mission.
let your data be fine.
As Ruga would say, "Kuku kill me." Kukuruku beat.
I don't know, do you know that the one thing
Wait, this is not funny.
I
This is not
think,
funny.
see, in my life, you know what I think of is the worst thing to be taken to jail for in this life is attempted murder, not murder.
You
attempted
know,
murder.
you
You had the mind and the intention to
You had
kill
the mind,
somebody,
the intention.
you succeed and you are in jail. Kill the person, kill.
May you do your prison.
I'm in jail. Yes.
Please, this podcast does not endorse violence.
No, we don't endorse violence.
If you
We
like.
endorse the truth.
No, you when they watch, no get sense.
But the truth now this guy
Don't
is
try
going
out.
to go to jail.
We'll talk about your case here.
Do you understand? See, do you understand? If a situation, let me tell you why it's even different, or it's more pressing for these Ekweremadu guys. Now they are going to go to jail, and their daughter is still sick.
That's what I wanted to say.
Complete the mission. Give the
Shake
girl a life. Let her
a
inherit your riches.
a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions.
Yes,
Because
go to
now
jail.
they are going to fucking prison. No way they are not going to prison.
This
There's
is
no
to
fucking
the
way.
end.
So let's not talk
They
about
don't wanna see you
the
in the
Peter Obi angle.
Okay.
So he put out a tweet. I'm going to read out. The
I love
tweet
that tweet so
he
much.
Put out.
Pettiness.
That it is the subliminals.
for
in
people-
that.
Is this okay? Let me read out the
That's
tweet.
Gregory.
Anyway.
Peter will be Gregory. That's
So
the
Peter Obi,
Gregory.
oh,
Peter
guys,
Obi.
chill. So he tweeted, "My family and I are with the Ekweremadus over their travail. we join all men of goodwill in praying for the healing of their daughter and
Amen.
commit them into God's hands for justice to be done. Now, people are upset that he put that out, saying that it is that he's taking sides, that he's taking sides with the Ekweremadu and making a case for them by doing that.
Wait.
And that also, as someone who is contesting for presidency, is distasteful, and that tweet was unnecessary. While some people are also saying that they understand. Some people are also saying that people who are upset that he put out that tweet do not have sense of humor. That what he put out was dark humor. I don't know what's funny about Nigeria.
First of all, that's not dark
That's
humor,
not dark humor.
And
right? This is an issue of people not understanding English. So I'm going to read
English
this tweet
teacher.
again.
Mm-hmm.
My family and I are with the Ekweremados over their travel. We join all men of goodwill in praying for the healing of their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So the daughter is sick. We want her to get well. God help her.
Men of goodwill.
That
Men
last
of
part.
goodwill.
That
Men
last
of
part.
Is that last part?
That last part.
And commit them into God's hand for justice. For justice.
Now, what's justice in this case?
Justice.
How we so Excel? What's your? Are you saying the tweet is okay?
The tweet, okay, die.
Let me tell you
Before you
something.
say your own, Tolan, is the tweet okay?
You need to understand something.
Yes or no?
It's not a yes or no question.
Okay, so
Ike Ekweremadu has not been convicted. What are you guys saying?
what's the point?
Innocent until proven guilty.
He's innocent right now.
Until proven guilty now.
Melody, I tweet, if you see that was my reply to that tweet. I quoted that and said, innocent until proven guilty is still a thing.
Yes.
In the eye of the law, if I walk into this room with a gun, I shoot Tolani, there is video recording, and the court has not found me
Innocent
guilty.
until
I am still
proven
innocent
guilty.
until the judge
So are
says
you saying that the
you are
people that
going
are
to
upset
jail.
over the tweet, I don't know what they are saying?
They are dumb.
They are
How
not.
are they
Now,
dumb?
They are not dumb.
So
but
It's
this
a
is where-
distasteful tweet in my
So this
opinion.
is
why is it?
because
Wait, why is it distasteful to
different
you?
layers. First and foremost, this person was accused of organ trafficking. I get
Yes.
that. Also, the part where you're saying my family and I are with the Ekweremados.
What do
My
you want
family
him
and
to
I are
say?
with
There's
They're
another
standing
part
with
to that
him.
sentence.
My family.
Melody, let me ask you a
Do
question.
you know he made that statement and he now went?
Another
He
part
now
again,
went to
where he
break down
said-
the statement.
Wait now, said I commit them into God's hand for justice. Is it God that's carrying out
Melody,
the justice?
if
Melody.
you were representing a presidential candidate, tell me what you would write in this situation.
Nothing.
You know Peter Obi didn't draft this.
I won't write anything.
Melody.
You didn't have
You
to comment.
can't, Melody.
Melody.
So that's what you are not. No, that's what
Melody.
you are not understanding.
That's-
People would actually come and say,
Why haven't you said
What's your
anything?
take on this?
"Let me give you."
Nobody was asking that.
No, let me
It's
give
not
you
an
an
important
example.
issue
Let me give you an
enough for
example.
people
Let
to
me give you
ask
an
me that. Is it first
example.
category?
Let me give you an example.
Okay, give me.
When
No,
the
nobody
band
asked
was
me that.
accused of a very insensitive situation,
Yes,
what did people try to do to Don Jazzy?
because they have affiliation. How is Peter
But
Obi
na-
affiliated to Ekweremadu?
They are Igbos
They were-
in politics.
They were in the
Nobody
same
asked.
party.
Atiku did not speak. Nobody asked him anything.
They were in the same
You are
party.
still not understanding.
They are even
They are
Igbo.
Igbo.
They are
in
Igbo.
the same. Who were
They
in
were
the same
in the
party.
same party. They were close. They've been close for years.
Mm-hmm.
They've
Do you
been close for
understand?
years.
Yeah.
You still don't understand.
I get
even
you.
Even aside from the fact that they were close, these are two Igbo men.
Mm-hmm.
One person has gone at the other person in the public eye.
And
People expect you to speak on things like this if you are going to be president. Fam, do you know the reason why presidential candidates go to places where there is tragedy or
To be in the news, of course.
not even to
To
be in
even
the
position
news?
themselves as people that are sympathizing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's sad,
Yeah.
but that's the way of the world.
Yeah, it's just
so
for
what I'm
follow-up.
saying,
It's
so
not
a
it.
lot, as much as there were a lot of people that were saying they didn't like the tweet, there are a lot of people that called Peter Obi the bigger man.
Because I would have gone in.
Oh.
See, this might,
Tolani.
Tolani,
So that is it. Wait, you would have gone in at the Ekweremadu.
Yeah.
People would have even be okay with that more.
But,
than saying I stand with
because
him.
I would have gone in.
Melody.
Me going in would have
I
been the wrong
stand with
decision.
him.
Melody.
No,
Going.
me
It's
going in.
wrong.
Melody.
It's wrong.
that
going in would have been wild.
that statement ended
I
with
stand
one
with
thing.
him.
That statement ended with one thing. What did you end with?
Justice.
justice to be
Justice in the
done.
hands of God. Is that the justice system?
Melody.
As a president.
Melody.
This is
You are a Nigerian president
Guy.
running for president
Guy.
in a country that is super religious.
what do you want? to say?
Justice in the hand of what?
in God.
God.
Melody.
That's it. Melody, this thing a Twitter argument to streets. If we go present this tweet to like people on streets, normal people.
They don't know what to do now. What's the concern them?
Their analysis of it will be different from us. They'll say, Shebi, if he put it in the hand of God, yes, God is in control. We move.
Are we talking about the street? Talking about the
But
politics.
those are that's the real electorate.
Haven't we said it time and time again that religion is a problem? You're endorsing that as a president.
No.
Melody,
you possessing?
Melody. You need to take the situation as it is and work with it, then change it. Is Nigeria a super religious
course,
country? Yes.
of course.
So are you going to start now when you're running for president to be calling out religion? Will you not be stupid?
Nobody's asking you to call out religion. I'm just saying.
So
that
I'm
the
saying he's
thing-
using it for his. That's why Buhari, a staunch Muslim, took his 2 legs to RCCG. He took his 2
Let me ask
legs.
you a question.
Yeah.
What do British people say when they want to praise the Queen?
God save the Queen.
God save you.
1, 2. When Americans feel like they're being threatened by China, what do they say?
God bless America
And no place
and
else.
nowhere else. Shout out to Chris Rock.
when they want to show how powerful they are to the enemies, what do they say?
In God we trust.
One
Oh,
nation under God.
Let's put the fear of God in the United States of America. Number 3, number 4, if Joe Biden is delivering a speech at the end of this, at the end of the speech, what would he say?
God bless America.
Number 5, the most racist Americans in history. What are they?
Christians.
Exactly.
The KKK.
I also feel like I get the innocent
One
until
nation
proven guilty, but you cannot
under
publicly be standing with
Melody.
them.
The man ended his statement with let justice be done. It's
Melody.
a shade.
That was
It's a heavy shade.
That was a very.
Do you know what I feel like?
If you're a PR person, any PR person will be hailing that shit. It was beautiful.
Let justice be done is heavy shade. It's even shade to start with. That the fact that there has to be
What do you want
justice
to
done
say? What-
in the first
Melody, what would
place
just-
means something
Melody,
was wrong.
Let me ask you a question.
Means someone
What
was
would
wrong.
you, in this situation, what would you have done if you were Peter Obi?
Not said anything.
That's boring
Then
now.
that's one.
That's
But
boring.
even if I was to say something, I can't say I stand with the family. That first sentence is not
Because
right.
they have not been convicted. Guy, when they have been convicted, now you can come back and listen to what he says. Guy, and bro,
That's the travel.
It's
The
the-
daughter
see.
is sick.
I stand with. I get that part. The daughter one is beautiful, but saying I stand with the family.
I
of
stand with the
Queen.
Ekweremadus over their travel. The travel is the daughter sick. It can be
Bro.
interpreted that way. Now
I
you know
feel- see,
choose.
what the-
Now you know
travel is a
choose
very
to-
broad
now you know
word.
choose
I
to-
stand-
They are going through
I
different
stand-
travels
I-
right
it
now.
can also be interpreted as I stand with you for your organ.
that's the
transplantation.
problem of people that interpret it that way. Smart people like me,
Shifts.
I'm
Shut
sorry,
the fuck up.
like me, I interpret it as
Okay,
bro,
Melody, really analyze this situation.
I just did.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Ekweremadu is in PDP. Does not wait now. Listen, does not support Peter Obi.
Yeah.
Openly even said Peter Obi cannot win. Do you think Peter Obi stands with him? Actually, he doesn't.
I hate you.
I get that there might be some element of sarcasm.
It doesn't stand with
But
him.
is it not still distasteful?
it's not even Melody, it's not sarcasm. It's showing that see.
This
Before they put this shit out, they would have had a situation room and decided by a lot of smart people.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Wait,
No,
let me ask you a
yes.
question. Let me ask you a
Politicians
question.
don't act like politicians always have smart people.
They
surrounded.
do.
Melody.
Wow.
Wait,
have you
Melody.
seen the kind of things that they
Melody,
put out
Melody,
on behalf of our
Melody.
president in
Can I ask you a
Nigeria?
question?
Melody, for the longest time, the electorate has chosen to be dumb.
Screw.
Exactly.
For the longest, it doesn't mean the people are not. The people
You guys
in
now.
no, Melody, you're making my point. It doesn't mean the people in those rooms are not smart.
Can we give example of the kind of statements that our I don't want to start
I'm not even talking about
They should not carry me.
Do you know what I even want to ask?
Melody,
If this statement was made as a president, what would you feel? Like if he was actually the president of this
I'm
country.
like, why would you say that?
Why wouldn't say that?
I stand with the family.
What do you want him to say?
Melody,
He's putting
He said
himself.
he
Listen.
starts with them over
Listen.
their travel.
Is
Do you
this state
understand that?
of your daughter?
the travel
Right?
is
Tonally,
just-
Not my daughter in Jesus' name.
Melody,
He
wait,
said
wait.
at the end of the day,
Melody, wait.
I feel like I say statement
Melody,
already.
diplomacy. You need to adopt diplomacy in everything you do as
Bro.
a presidential candidate.
I stand
If he
over,
really- if he
over
really
the
should be
travel.
there.
Okay, you want him to come and say that I condemn the act? They have not been convicted.
They don't know
Melody.
anything.
Don't say that either.
No, Melody, wait.
say that
Put him
either.
as- Melody, he's vying to be president.
You have to stop.
I have a question. If
Why is
Peter
everybody
Obi really
asking me?
stood with them, would there be any need for him to mention justice?
By God.
Just
Would there
justice
be
in
any
general.
meaning- Any need for that?
Obvious, maybe not. Maybe
That was a
not.
fantastic statement.
You guys, I'm not saying that I think he
Fantastic
stands
statement.
with them. I'm just saying that statement can be misconstrued.
What
my
I
point.
said
By people on Twitter.
See,
And you
by
people don't- you
stupid
people are
Melody.
fine.
And that's the fact of life. There's nothing that Peter Obi will say
If
today,
it's
tomorrow
this
that will not be
statement that will make you not
Melody,
vote for Peter Obi.
what did Don Jazzy write on Twitter when people were asking him to speak on the bench?
He was putting a very generic statement now.
What do you want him to say?
That one, I don't even know what
It was
people
a very
are
generic
for that.
statement.
And I'm even still pissed.
No,
that he said something.
you were applying your hold your friends accountable
Excel
theory.
and the same people
That's
that
what you went.
the same people that held him accountable couldn't hold their friend accountable when someone almost drank sniper because of their friend. People should fuck off. Fuck off.
That's
Which
called
was righteous rubbish.
that's called
Fuck off.
African magics.
This was a fool. But honestly, I
We
don't
expect
even know
Fulani
what
to
people were
tender
asking
another
Jazzy to
apology
speak.
next
What
episode.
Jazzy's
Actually,
business
I think
is
it's the title of Magic's album.
African Magics.
African magics.
Indigenous ass album.
But to be very honest, I don't even know why people were asking Don Jazzy to speak on that issue. Like, that was so unnecessary.
But it was becoming a trend now. Anytime
to.
someone popular did something, they will say your friend
Bro,
should
friends
put
have to
mouth.
now. Topical issues.
Very
That's why
nonsense.
Peter Obi had to talk.
Very nonsense behavior.
Like,
But when it comes, anytime they bring one tech bro out and say this tech bro did this,
They will be
Radio
all of them
silence.
be
All
quiet.
the tech bros.
All of
Radio
them will be
silence.
quiet.
You know-
Do you know why? Because
Funding.
can't even go touch everybody.
Women
So y'all
touching.
niggas, shut the fuck up.
that's it.
Topical issues.
anyways, oh God, you guys are just...
Shut up!
Are
Pete,
just
it's not
hard.
idiots. You guys are just...
I just
idiots.
Shut up!
I just really look forward to July 7th.
What's happening July 7th?
That's when they are being arraigned now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not even July 7th. That's for mention for shit. So
Like they were straight up denied bail, man. Straight up.
Like, that's not going to
they're
happen.
flight risk.
Straight
and shit.
like that's the easy. I swear that's the shortest bill hearing in the history of bill hearings. You are a ridiculous
My
flight
lord.
risk.
My lord,
This nigga is in
you are the
a
most high.
all power belongs to you. Bruh,
These niggas.
the second you grant them bail,
Like, these
The-
fucking niggas.
Guys,
These
the person
Negroes.
would have given a very compelling argument. The prosecuting
they
counsel
say,
would have said,
my lord, if you grant them bail at 10:30, by 10:32, they're out of here.
Out of here. Yeah, out
Bro,
of here.
the person would have said, a minister in Nigeria who was a very, very low person to Ekweremadu in the Nigerian organogram was accused of corruption by the country.
This case is even.
and the person is a minister in the Dominican Republic.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Crickets, night crickets. Bah, bail denied.
This case is even
Bruh.
crazy because even the British embassy, from top to bottom in Nigeria, they ask themselves questions because Ekweremadu wrote to them and they gave that guy visa.
Yeah.
Because Ekweremadu wrote to them. So now they are going to review a lot.
So it's a whole
They are
process.
going to review a
How did
lot.
that boy make it
How did he make it?
out of that country?
You
into-
know,
into-
The boy is 21 for
I mean, yeah, he did, but you gave him visa just because a politician said.
So not because he merited it, because he had
But
never
that's
been
the
abroad.
game all over the world now.
Yeah, it is.
And but
It
still,
is.
no. So that's the thing about
Now who they catch me thief?
last, and then you have to posture. You have to posture.
oh my
They will
god!
use issue to posture badly.
The British High
We are
Commission.
gonna tighten the
British High
immigration
Commission be
laws, and we're gonna recall everybody from the British embassy in Nigeria. It's gonna be a shake-up.
Reading Makula, yo.
The guys posture. That's why I like what's it called foreign countries,
Because they at least pretend to
they
care.
understand. No, not
They pretend.
the PR.
I enjoy the pretense.
The
and
PR. It's sweet. When
Nigerian
they move-
politician go thief money. Come go do anyhow. Go event, they go play Buga.
Bro, that APC, that APC,
When
APC primaries was
Design
comedy,
died,
man.
they will come bury her for her. Where is she from again?
Desani.
Alice Madoki.
I don't even know where she's from. But also, okay.
They will come and belly. They will bury her.
Stateswoman,
Inside rooms.
burial.
They will shoot. They will carry our forces. Go. I mean, go shoot for them. Pa pa pa.
But
bro.
as you just talking to now, Ajimobi grave, I just remember
With AC.
it's AC.
Ajimobi grave get AC.
AC. It was only last year that I put AC in my room, bro.
In grave get AC.
Now fan I they use,
In
and I
grave
they leave
My brother.
AC.
cops. AC.
The Bible put
Bro.
formalin inside
Is that?
to preserve the guy body.
Anyway, let's move away from all this.
Anyway,
very
guys, did you
issues.
see a story? We forgot to talk about this last week.
What was the story?
Because Melody doesn't want to talk about problematic women. So a writer for Washington Post
Oh, okay, yeah.
was fired. You guys see that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
What's that?
I
For
read
what? Oh, she
I read about that.
Why was she
Yeah.
fired? Tell me. Spew your
So
agenda.
a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
This woman is very fiery. She's a fantastic journalist, by the way. She's very good at her job,
Okay.
and she got a lot of reputation for that online. So when
Sorry, what's her
Kobe-
name?
Washington Post.
Can't remember her name, but she's the babe that
something.
tweeted when Kobe died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when
Check her
Kobe
name.
died and one
Washington Post.
particular journalist
Yeah.
tweeted
Yeah.
that
I don't know
tweeted
her name,
about his
but-
rape.
Melody, please.
About his rape.
Please
attempt.
check
Okay,
that.
the woman that. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
that's her.
Yeah,
That's
trying to
her.
Talking about Washington Post reporter fired. Check
Yeah.
it. What's her name?
I'm trying to open it up. We'll continue with the
There's-
story.
This conversation has a lot of moving
Moving
parts.
parts.
So she tweeted about that and said Kobe was blah blah blah.
There was a rapist, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah. So that got a
Felicia
lot
Sunme.
of Felicia Summer.
Summer.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she was. I mean, at the time, she started catching flack because people didn't understand why you were desecrating someone
dead
that was
man,
dead,
yeah.
right? But at the same time, I could understand where she was coming from, right? But it just felt a little performative. We're going to be honest.
Has Abby.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, then she was previously accused. She had previously spoken about how she was sexually assaulted or harassed or thereabouts. So there was a report, I believe, where it was sexual harassment related, and Washington Post decided to take off the report because they felt like her judgment
Might be
Clouded.
biased.
might be biased. Here's what Washington Post did say that I think they said, because if someone is bringing up Kobe's sexual harassment 17 years after he was accused, we're not putting you on a case like that. Who are we to not believe that you are going to write an article against the person? I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because you are given power. Then she sued Washington Post. That particular case was settled in the court. And she continued working for Washington Post.
Martin.
By that, yes.
Yes.
By that time, I feel like Washington Post didn't want to fire the motherfucker
So
Because
they
of-
will-
because they didn't want to look bad, right?
Sensitive case.
Then the last straw, she will call out. She became like a thorn in the flesh of people.
her
Now, a little
colleagues.
back to our colleagues. Then Washington Post has always presented itself to be a woke platform, which is a problem, right? It's a problem. We're going to get to that as well.
Because you cannot perform every day.
We're going to get to
If I
that
start
as
to
well.
perform, sure you go still they perform. Perform for you.
We need to talk about this woke conversation.
We're going to
Except
get
leave it-
there.
Except taking it all the way to the left.
We're
To
going
the
to
left,
get
to
there.
the left. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm
The
sorry.
title of that song is irreplaceable. She's replaceable.
Don't do irreplaceable stunts when you are replaceable.
Know
yourself.
Or else, now you go to the left,
To thyself be true. No,
Above all,
no,
above all.
I can't even remember what that quote
I
is
can't
from.
remember who it's from as well. So then a colleague of hers tweeted. So no, he retweeted that shit. Someone tweeted, "Every woman is bi. You just have to figure out if she's bisexual or bipolar."
Who tweeted that?
Someone tweeted that.
Okay.
That's-
The guy now
Then
retweeted
her
it.
colleague retweeted
That's
it.
sick bars,
And
man.
then she goes ahead to say, you know how all these motherfuckers are. Oh my god, this is so disrespectful. Oh my god. She went ahead, the guy retweeted it, apologized, but she wouldn't shut up about it.
She didn't stop up.
Yeah, she wouldn't shut up about it. And Washington Post was like, you know what, nigga, you're fucking fired.
Do
Get
say-
the fuck out. You have done enough. The damage you have done in this world, auntie, is enough.
It's enough.
Go.
Relax. It's enough.
And she's also attacking the post on social media.
She's not been attacking the post, and I think she's gonna sue them again for wrongful termination. What do you guys think about that?
I think that we've made it cool for people to
Be unprofessional.
no, I mean unprofessional, yes, but we've made it cool for people to be, and I talk about it in different episodes. Make it cool for people to be victims of something. And I'll give you an example. If someone tweets every man is either a misogynist or an abuser, it wouldn't be a problem because it's now cool for men to
That's another perspective I didn't
to
think
be
about.
bashed and whatnot. Yeah. So because it's a woman, it's either bipolar or bisexual, right?
The sexist joke, by the way.
It is. So is the misogynist joke too. Like I give an example. Like all of you that come out and say, all men are misogynists. That's fucking sexist. But we don't talk about it because it's your time to shine. Emi
You say
Loko.
shine, shine.
Denigrating the city. Excel.
Can that be the title of this episode?
Emi Loko.
Demoralization is voluntary.
Right now I enter, man.
So now, because it's cool to, or it's so cool to always have something.
Totally forgot to mention,
Yeah,
just to back up
sorry.
with yourself. Totally forgot to mention that the guy who retweeted the sexist joke
Was suspended for 1 month without pay.
without pay.
So he was even punished.
Yes, he was punished. He was
So
punished.
what was she crying about again?
Let's continue.
People shall want to have something to complain about, and the the crazy thing about this complaining and crying thing, it's not a 15 minutes of fame thing.
Yeah.
It's a sure 15 minutes of fame thing. There are certain topics that if you come out and cry about, it's sure for you die that you will have your moment in the sun. Sure, you get, which is what, and it's so crazy that because it's so, they can't even see it like how I'm describing it again, because it's now becoming second nature for a lot of people these days, right? Becoming second nature also for a lot of liberal women, because that's what their world is. It's now being built around that, the system, fuck the system, this, whatever. So now, this guy was, this thing you just said, your boss man, the guy was even punished.
He deleted it. He apologized.
He deleted it,
And
he
he also
apologized,
punished.
suspended without 1 month's pay
because
So-
Washington Post has presented itself
as a woke platform, which in itself is a problem. We're also going to get to that. So for her to continue like that, just
and how the thing is, should companies regulate what its employees can do online? That's another conversation.
yeah,
Let's continue.
that's a mixed bag. So now with this particular session, with all the facts you just mentioned, especially with the fact that the guy deleted, apologized, and was even punished by the company, she was just crying wolf.
Milking the cow that's
You know the story about the boy who cried wolf?
That's not the story that you want to talk about. Was it that story that was in that book, Emo Odiaka?
The boy who cried wolf. If you're not familiar with the story,
No. It's the false alarm. That's the book that I'm talking about.
but
but that's what the boy who cried wolf
is
did.
false alarm.
He was always raising false alarm. The day where the wolf
Catch
really
her.
showed up, nobody
to come to your
nobody
rescue,
took him
bruh.
serious.
He sang I had to run.
Yeah, because now this woman, look
Really
at this case
touching.
now. She now has two cases
Yeah.
like this. She's going to be tagged as a woman that cries wolf.
So
Just to
And
chip
a
this in,
pariah.
sorry, Melody.
Yeah.
Just to chip this in. There are lots of work platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason anybody's going to hire her is because they want to score good points.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even that might
Wait.
backfire in the long term.
Go on.
that makes a lot of sense.
Go on.
But I think that her initially
Calling him out.
expressing that what he said was sexist
Mm-hmm.
is not wrong.
She's
I
she's entitled to her
I
opinion.
I think the way she went about it, I really think we should stop normalizing dragging people that we have access to on
Bars.
social media.
Bars.
This is your colleague that you work with.
Sorry, why did women start doing this thing?
No, that's spoken word.
Hey,
And that was what I said.
another genre of women you should avoid. Spoken word women. Leave them alone.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just leave them. Take my word. Leave them alone.
What do you mean?
Leave them alone.
Deola has a story. Please continue.
I feel like those women will be very good with words, and for men who like words of affirmation, that you would like those kind of women.
It's fine. Take it from me. Go ahead.
Anyways, I think we need to stop. We need to not normalize dragging people you have access to. This is your colleague, right?
Yeah.
And you guys work in the same company. You can
Yeah.
literally walk to this person and
I
have,
have
that
a conversation with them.
I think that
If you really wanted change.
if
Yeah.
you really wanted change, and I also
100%.
think that we sometimes draw the line, like delete the line between social media and real life.
Bars. LOD.
No, Melody is very smart when she chooses to be.
You're very stupid. Do you understand? It's
I'm
now
very
a
smart.
thing where people are now willing to throw people they know in real life under the carpet for social media applause.
Yeah.
There's certain
100%.
things that you would do that I will not be pleased with.
And you call me.
Call you, text you, man. I'll
does
bash
everything
you.
every day,
Yeah.
every minute of the day.
Problem
I don't
child.
approve. Problem child.
Greatness.
I don't know who I was talking with one day. I was asking. I'm like, I was not telling you. I said people are complaining about Tony tweeting. Tony is my friend.
You don't even know the real life. The real one.
Layers. So I'm angry about social media. I'm angry about real life, but I will not come on social media to tell you that I have reprimanded him or reprimanded anybody.
Nah, man.
You know this person. Also, let's not forget that boy retweeted a sexist joke, which he apologized
IT
for.
though.
Now, again, I asked about the social media call-outs. Like, I think it was both of you that told me
Yeah.
that, okay, let's talk about it. What is the end point of social media call-outs?
Yeah.
It's not for the person to become a better person.
Yeah.
If I say something sexist and you now educated me, and I say, sorry, I did not know. Shouldn't that end the case?
No,
So you now begin to feel like that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to learn, teach the person. You're just trying to humble the person.
No, you see, the thing about life is
And just be the person's
when you were
leader.
going into the kitchen because you thought there was only one piece of meat, and you get there and there is 7. Do you take only one?
6 or 7.
That's how it starts. This guy is a
Overdo.
public figure. He has fucked up. Like Excel said, this is my moment in the sun. I start to lambast you. You say sorry. However, I've noticed that other people,
I've
other
joined.
important people,
I've caught on.
So I cannot
the warriors have my back. Do I stop now? Hell no. I march on.
Yeah, it's Spartan.
Bro, that's the idea. Like I said, it's no longer about people doing the right thing. It's about the individual that is doing the correct thing. This is my time to make my mark. I want people to know that I am a warrior for change, or I'm a warrior for whatever it is and stuff. So taking this case for example, first of all, it was an RT. It's even clicky that it's not as if he's the one that tweeted it.
No, it was an
He
RT.
retweeted it. Just a retweet. And she called him out on the TL, which again, not necessary.
Performative.
Tweets, undid the retweet, apologized for retweeting it, got
Collected his
suspended
punishment.
without pay. But you still decided to march on.
So I'm going to say this from a lot of perspectives. First things first, it's a problem when an organization, a media organization, takes sides.
Take sides.
Takes the liberal side. It's a problem. I mean, a lot of media organizations are taking sides these days because they all want to have the applause from the cool kids, because the cool kids are the ones that pay. Right? That's why they
pay.
do it. Yes, no.
Yeah,
New money is
go behind
new
the
money is
curtain.
liberal. Most
That's
of
where
new
the
money is
consumption
liberal.
happens,
They are the ones that pay. And a lot of them are very, very liberal. Until they get older and realize that the world ain't shit. That's number 1. 2, a lot of women, what life has taught me in the last 2 years is a lot of women are dealing with deep-seated trauma and they don't know.
Women are human beings.
Women, especially. I'm sorry to sound, a lot of people are going to say this sexist. That's your problem. Fuck you.
Solani will be apologizing next episode.
Again.
No,
Again.
I won't apologize for this because this is something I genuinely believe in. And I'm saying the calmest tone possible.
As Melody would say, tones matter.
I hate you.
I feel like it's a lot of women in the sense that men are dealing with trauma, and anyway, men were born into trauma.
How are you
I'm
born
sorry,
into
but that's the
trauma?
truth. A man is expected to provide. He has all this pressure on him, all of that shit.
That's
trauma
a lot.
enough.
That's
Like
I
all
agree.
your life, someone has been beating you for your sister. Your sister fuck up. Your sister chop your child. You slap your sister. They come and beat you, bro. Don't you understand? That's trauma enough.
That was way too specific.
you don't feel am.
Bro, right down.
Right?
Say right down.
That's number, like a lot of women are dealing with it and they don't know how to channel it, and it shows in relationships, in how a lot of women act in interpersonal relationships and how they handle very sensitive situations. It shows. This woman is obviously dealing with a lot of trauma. This is not normal. It's not normal
Are you
behavior.
sure this is not just pandering for social media?
No, I don't think so, Melody. People
I think that's the end result.
People partner for social media, but that's not the. Thank you. That's not the root cause of this person's problem. This person is going overboard. This is
Overboard.
a highly problematic person. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not normal for you to take your workplace to court. And I'm sorry. It's not normal, even in America. Like, it's not normal for you to take a media organization to court because fam, it's like a judge recuses himself when he has a conflict of interest. Do you understand how wild that shit is?
While you're still working for them.
Yeah,
Why
taking
you
them to court.
Maybe because your son died from a particular situation.
No, maybe I'm like, what?
While you are
you're
still working for them, they recused you from a particular situation because they didn't trust your judgment, and that's fine because you have also shown that your judgment can taste your judgment.
Even hospitals, they'll tell you that as a doctor you can't treat your own family members,
right?
You can't.
Because you're going to panic when you see blood.
Straight up.
This woman is a highly problematic person. Now, when you infuse social media into that, for someone that has a lot of followers,
A weapon
and
of
has a
mass
lot of
destruction.
people, my brother, there's gratification for what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's embrace for it. There's a lot of people that are egging you on. Go sis.
Word.
Don't
There
mix
is
about
all-
bosses, please.
No,
Shut
sorry,
the
but
fuck
that's the truth. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of communities that are now endorsing and applauding you for rubbish that you're doing. Like, now you are not delusional. Melody, trust me. The weirdest thing about having power on social media is
The
for a long
delusion.
time- No, yeah, that's one. Number two, but what I really want to get at is people want to hear from you, but they don't realize that that's what they want. So when shit is happening, even both people that like you and people that hate you will call you to speak on it.
This guy got some talk. Yeah,
You understand? They will call you to speak on it. For example, a Whiskey FC person wants me to speak on the Burna Boy issue. He wants to hear my voice. That's really what he wants. But we say, you spoke on Whiskey.
He wants to see your tongue.
But why is it this one you're not talking
Facts
about?
only.
Do you understand? That's what it is.
Would you relax?
Realize it.
Oh my god.
But that's really what they want. So this baby has realized that it works for somebody to just listen to your voice. And now the problem with that is you tend to go overboard when that shit becomes your motto.
Yeah.
You tend to go overboard because you are just acting out.
I have an audience.
You're just acting out
Unnecessarily.
Yeah.
unnecessarily. In this particular situation, this is another conversation that I also want to get into. It's a joke. Melody, I'm sorry to wait now. Melody, on a good day, be honest. I want you to be very honest.
Yeah.
If you saw that, what would you have done?
Olaf.
Exactly.
First instinct.
You're a
Olaf.
feminist. You're a staunch feminist.
I'm not a staunch feminist.
No, let's be honest. You argue you share a lot of ideologies with them.
You are a raging bull of a feminist.
A raging bull.
My friends call me ridiculous names. Don't mean that's what I am. You're just being unnecessarily
just
dramatic.
Do you understand?
No, I'm talking about both of
Yeah.
them. You have sense.
Oh, I'm blushing. Oh my god, I have sense. Oh.
What you enjoy?
Words in Mortallani and Excel. I have sense.
I never said that. Anyway,
I would have laughed first.
right? You would have laughed.
Initially, yeah. Then I'm
Really?
like, wait though.
The only people that will have a problem with that tweet, you have to be really problematic. And you have to be mad at a lot of things.
But you also
No, wait.
Okay.
You have to be really mad at a lot of things in life. Do you understand? You are probably one of the people that got mad at Dave Chappelle for his last stand-up,
She was
for his
funny.
last special.
She was funny as hell.
Do you understand?
it was funny.
It was Excel that said that.
Do you understand? You are probably one of the people. If a corporation and Netflix chose to stand by Dave Chappelle,
They were making
it means
money
your
off it.
mother. No, yes.
They
Yes,
make
you're-
capitalism,
Melody,
please.
yes, but people have caught artists that they've invested in the past.
Yeah.
People have caught employees
Yeah.
and people that have invested in the past.
Yeah.
If they didn't cut Dave Chappelle, it wasn't about money. It was about don't they do too much? Fuck off this time. That's what it was about. This time, do your worst. We go show you say you are not doing anything. That's what that shit was about.
Okay, I'm listening.
Right? So in this particular situation, this babe, as a person, you have to be really problematic. Like, it's just like women saying, oh, men can't fuck. And you say, is that not sexist? It is. Is that not demeaning? It's
Maybe
Melody.
a statistic to prove the men can fuck one.
What one? Which one? What's your sample size?
Hope you're asking me that rubbish.
What's a fellow local government?
You're asking me that rubbish. Continue.
Right? You have to think of that.
Yeah.
In that particular situation. People make comments all the time.
Yeah.
There is no point in the world if people can't make jokes about these most sensitive things.
I agree
There's no
with that.
point. Melody, it's not a
It's
joke
the truth.
anymore if you take out the limits of jokes. Wait. I'm not saying that there can't be jokes that go overboard. But if people are having problems with that, or what Dave Chappelle was saying on his special, then there's a lot of really problematic people who are projecting all the pain of real life situations that are generally very hurtful, that are not borderline situations like this, situations that are generally really hurtful and really, really problematic, and putting in on a lot of borderline situations. And that's where the problem is.
I think the second problem with this even is control.
Yeah.
Control in the sense that someone can tweet something racist and sexist or whatever, and what the person tweeted is absolute rubbish. It's nonsense. It's fucked, right? The fact that you want to, rather than correct, control that person
Humble the person.
is very scary.
Show the person pepe.
It's very scary. That's one. Two, there's also the case of, as much as we don't like it, or as much as it makes you uncomfortable, people have the right to say whatever the fuck they want to say.
No.
The moment we start drawing too many lines on what people can't say, we are drawing too many lines on our democracy.
Fair.
It is the truth. It's
I
an
hear you.
uncomfortable truth.
It's not an uncomfortable truth.
It is actually.
Excel.
In this day and age, it's an uncomfortable
How do we say
truth.
that it is not? How do we say that we should not draw lines with what people say?
We
'Cause
should.
We should.
We should.
Did you say we shouldn't?
We should.
No, he
should draw
said
lines.
we should.
We
should
should
draw
draw
lines.
lines.
He said,
Okay.
but the problem
But I
is,
can't control how you're going to take it.
Yeah.
I can't. Definitely I want people to talk sensibly. I don't want to
Yes.
see racist tweets.
Thank
I don't want
you.
to see
You don't want
tweets
to
about
incite
rape.
violence with your words.
I don't want to see that. And yet, democracy, the fundamentals of democracy
It's freedom of
is
speech.
freedom of speech across
Excel,
board
let me give you
without hindrance.
sorry to cut you short. Let me give you an example. You guys know I started going therapy last year
Yeah.
in January.
I feel bad for a therapist.
Why?
That's a lot to receive.
The woman actually loves me.
She does. Aww.
I'm a sweet boy. I told you several times.
Tolani.
Anyway, what I realized was, you see this nature of me taking on a lot of things.
Yeah.
This nature of what everybody's saying. I won't talk up. It's a lot of wala. Most people are not built like that.
Yep.
Most people were not born like that. You acquire shit like that in life. And you know where that shit is from?
Trenches.
No.
What? Would you go home?
I grew up as an only guy, right? As an only guy. I had to stomach a lot of shit. You are
sure?
the man. Just keep it quiet. You are the man. You are the man. Oh, this person. Oh, they right?
So you grew up swallowing a lot.
And not being able to express so many things.
Would you relax? Would you? Why did you? Would you relax?
He doesn't like therapy.
No, swallowing a lot. His mind went. Would you relax? You have a dirty. What?
Right?
Relax.
So right now, I don't have to hold shit back anymore. Fuck
Yeah,
your niggas.
nobody's gagging me.
Also, because of that, wait. Can you say also because of that, you going through that experience of having to always carry that sort of burden,
Yeah.
all the time growing up? It now turned you into someone that wants to, instead of carrying it, you're ready to talk about it now.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
So can you classify that as a form of PTSD?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not trauma.
It's not trauma.
Are
in
you
the
sure
sense
it's not
of-
trauma?
No, it's not trauma.
I think you have it classified as trauma though.
No, it's not trauma in the sense that it's not from an experience of pain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not from an experience of pain in the sense of it's things that are only uncomfortable with you. It's things that I'm also with women. They don't know how to take things.
I mean, but this is also a large part of this thing you're talking about is emotional. Oh.
Very possible.
Are you sure it's not a result of childhood trauma? I think it is, Tolani, because I feel like as an adult, a lot of times, the way we navigate spaces, our childhood contributed to it largely.
Bars.
Now,
100%.
there's something that they say that second-born children suffer from a lot.
Ah.
Now, lots of second-born children did not get attention as a child. They're the middle child.
They are defining Deola.
Biggie Academy.
They are the middle child.
Yeah.
They're not mom's favorite. They're not that. And it's not because from a bad place, And the middle, and sometimes they're the middle child, so they don't really get attention. There's like attention deficit there.
Especially if you're a Nigerian second child.
Second
The economy got worse when you were born.
So now they grow up becoming. Some of them grow up becoming very
Lone
needy
wolf.
of attention.
Attention seekers.
They want so much attention.
That's
Not
for me, though.
because
Melody, what position are you in the
I'm
hierarchy
not
of
doing that.
children?
I'm not doing that.
Just for research
I'm not doing
purposes.
that. I'm not doing that.
Biggie child.
Yeah, middle child.
So middle
Two
children,
in the middle.
so middle children always want attention, and it's even worse if you're that child that grew up the good child, where nobody
that's
thinks
not
you're
me, though.
problematic.
Mm.
So nobody will be giving you attention. Like, Oma, we're all right.
That ain't
Oma, you understand? Oma, we're all right.
I did
Oma, we're
cause
all right.
trouble.
Some of them grow up to wilding. As an adult,
They have been all right for too long.
I've been Jonathan. So a lot of the things that we
Fuck all right.
You don't be all right. So the way we act as adults, if we sit down and go through and think about it, and you draw patterns and see the way we all live, that there's something that connects to the way you act as an adult.
Yeah,
from
the way we
you act
Definitely.
as a child.
How you're raised is
Oh,
essential.
1,000.
But also, I feel like this
1,000%.
thing that
Essential
Excel
to how you grow.
says constantly, where he's always talking about how we shouldn't gag people and we shouldn't tell people what to say on social media, is ridiculous, Excel. In as much as we constantly talk about wanting freedom, there are extremes to these things.
Of course.
You can't say because you want freedom, you now say things that will hurt a certain group of people.
How?
And say it
So-
goes.
So wait, how
sorry.
they hot?
Sorry, I was about
By
to go.
saying homophobic things,
I was about to
by
go there.
inciting violence, by calling
So
people
it's different
names.
between
That's not what he said.
yeah,
though.
there's even a big difference
That's
between
Excel.
saying,
That's not even what you
there's
said.
a big difference between someone saying I won't be with a gay person, or I won't be with
Bisexual.
yes, because that's the one that happens the most. People
It's like
say I
bisexual.
won't be with a bisexual
They say
person,
you're being homophobic.
and people say that's homophobic.
that one is weird.
There's a
But that's
big-
not even what you
wait,
said.
there's even a big difference between that statement and someone say
I
want gays to be killed.
Yes, or I hate
Definitely,
bisexual
that's an
people.
extreme.
So now,
That's
but where
agree.
we are now,
Yes,
Both
people
statements
treat
are
both people as the
equally.
same.
that's a problem actually. I
What you
agree.
said was excessive freedom is a problem. That's what you said.
Yeah, normally.
That's what
Excessive
he
what?
Excessive
overdo. Excessive
freedom.
freedom is always a
That's what he
problem.
said.
Yeah,
Deola, you were trying
Overdo.
to say something.
I lost my train of thought.
Fair.
See.
But I have his back. I catch you.
Go.
Anyways, so the thing is, I was saying about childhood and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's a complete pointer to who you are.
Definitely leads everywhere, bro.
You're able to discover that because you went to therapy.
Yeah,
of
leads
which
everywhere.
every single Nigerian needs therapy.
We
But
do.
that's a conversation for another day.
But we're broke,
Because
we're poor.
there's if you understand how you were brought up, if you just one day just sit down,
Sit down
think about key moments
in your
in
life.
your- you would
Yeah.
you would draw directly.
You would draw everything.
Do you understand? So I'll use myself as an example. So when she was saying, about the second, so I'm not middle, I'm second, it's just two of us. I'm second child.
Yeah. Okay.
And I expressed a lot of that.
Last born.
Because I was raised, my parents raised me based on who they wanted me to be, not who I was. Do you understand?
Nigerian parents, shout out to them. That's
Do
their
you
thing.
understand? They wanted me to be this corporate suit and tie,
Because it's the boy.
you get follow father footstep, take over the company. From the moment I was born, I was a clown.
You're going to be unruly.
Unruly. Babeje. Ezelojubi Tabacha. You get, I was, bruh, cartoons from morning to night, football, music, movies, media arts. That's what I was. But that thing was, it was paining my parents.
Now, how do they feel?
When they see me playing football, it's bust the ball. Bruh, when they see me watching I see, till today I have marks from one day like this that I was supposed to be reading. I put on the TV, I hid behind the couch, I was watching cartoon, Tom and Jerry. Then Monsi saw me. God damn it. But now, obviously, now, Nigerian parents, I was son. The boy, music. So,
them.
who is, bruh, the way mom used to tell, she used to call me, this Buka song is nice. So I the one that, mom said, I didn't do it. She thinks, she doesn't know exactly what I do.
Oh,
But
she just
fair.
thinks,
she just knows that I'm in music. So any song drop that she likes,
did you shoot the video?
I say, no, it's not me. That stuff you get and stuff. So it's, a lot of people are still, so where I was even going with that is, so it got to a point where I started living my life to actually appease them. That's why I studied law. Because my mom studied law, my sister studied law, my dad was into law, so I was like,
They would
is
like
how I'm gonna
this.
catch their attention.
Oh, you're a family of lawyers.
Just yeah,
Wow.
and stuff. So, and there was a lot of misery for me, especially when as a teenager. Bro, I was fucking miserable because I was doing what I wanted.
Yep.
Do you understand? Until God bless Unilag. That's why I just like, you know what? Everybody will be alright.
Yep.
Because if I fail, I will know that I failed.
It's you, yeah.
But if I succeed, it's to the glory of the family. So I might as well do what I want to do at the end of the day and stuff. Right? But a lot of people don't get that discovery.
Yep.
They don't get that eureka moment of. So you have people like this that, you know, maybe they were not paid attention to when they were small. They were not able to express themselves. You know, a lot of people go through like their formative years not being able to express themselves.
Yep.
Until one day they find their voice and that's the end.
Yep.
So all those things that you're meant to be saying as a 3-year-old, as a 4-year-old, as a 5-year-old, as a 10-year-old, they start saying it. Because you don't have that filter to count down and say, do I need to say this? You know, when you have been speaking all your life, it gets to a point where you start applying sense. But when you haven't had that training, when you haven't had that ability to express yourself and know that
Discernment.
God bless you. So you see somebody retweets women are either bipolar or what's the word? Bisexual. Let me use this whole men are misogynists. Men are scum. Some days I see it or somebody's really ranting, you know, bashing men. Obviously I'm like, why? But I move on, I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day,
That's a
like I
reality.
said, it's what you believe. Your reality is not my reality. You get?
Melody, how you say all men can't fuck is a problem. Or continue, Deola.
I've never said
Yeah,
that.
because that's one thing I especially for social media, I always have to have that in the back of their mind is
People are coming from their own place of.
your problem
It's not
is
mine.
not my problem.
Yep.
So
Your
come and
reality
say,
is not my reality.
all men are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Thumbs up to you. You're not talking to me. I move on. But not everybody has that. So people that every single tweet, they take it to chest.
And another thing to add to that is when you see it as jokes sometimes, it's jokes.
You see, that's as a POV. It's how you see it. It's how you see it.
But
It's
you,
just
but,
jokes.
but if somebody's offended or if somebody feels hurt by your joke or feels triggered by your joke,
Here's
can the person say that?
Here's another place I was going to go.
That's a good question.
Another place I was going to go with this is we have now
Normalize problematic people.
we have now normalized being offended. Is it true that someone can say something that is offensive and it can trigger and stuff like that? Yes. But now we act like
Every small thing.
no, we also act like the words are they cut your hand,
Yeah.
they bring out blood for your body.
I mean, I get that. The reason why we are here is because the world has been nurtured on insensitivity for a long time, right?
So we are now so it's extreme, and we're coming from one extreme end
Yes,
to another extreme.
That's a valid point.
Yeah. So the world has has had a culture of insensitivity for a long time.
That's a very valid
So this is the
point.
world trying to sanitize people. and
Exactly.
sanitize
So we're
the world.
extreme on
But
both.
Exactly.
Melody, it's like the situation of people trying to use extremes as the primary objective of the fourth wave of feminism. Right? You are creating these narratives. Oh, it's about don't do this. Oh, don't do this. And men were telling you that. I've said it several times on this podcast. Men were telling you that, bruh, this shit that you're saying is not realistic. Right? We all realize at the end of the day that there's a reason why the world arrived at some of the models that they arrived at. It wasn't because it realized that, oh, some people were not ready to follow it to the end. It's because the world realized that majority of people were not willing to actually go through with things that are kind of uncomfortable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in a situation where women want to be that, going back to the example of feminism that I gave, they want to be feminists. Okay, if you want to embrace full feminism, then that means privileges are gone.
Fact.
Do you understand? Privileges gone. We are equals now. And they realize that, this is not going to work. Do you understand? It's not going to work in the sense that a lot of women are even not necessarily they're not willing to get to the part where all the privileges are gone because they enjoy the privileges as well. Do you understand? They just want to be treated with the same type of respect that men get in certain circles
Which is very
where it
bad.
really matters, right? When it comes to the matters of the home, they want to be able to enjoy privileges and be treated as a woman when it matters.
Valid.
I'm sorry to generalize, but I think that's the truth. Now, going back to the conversation of these people, what the world has really normalized is making people feel like it's normal to be triggered by something that you shouldn't be triggered by. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you choose when you're triggered as a person?
Melody, am I really triggered?
You're triggered when you respond and the way you respond.
But that's different in the sense that now you're attacking me, my personality.
So
There are certain
But
spaces
the-
when conversations are just happening and you didn't plan to be triggered, but because of that conversation is happening and you are in the conversation that was not directed at you, you feel triggered.
yes,
Melody,
yes,
but Excel-
that happens. But unfortunately, what is happening now is that you are now being unconsciously taught when to be triggered. You are now being taught that if a man comes out and say bisexual or bipolar, you are supposed to be angry.
You're supposed to be angry.
When normally you
No holds
maybe
barred.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, you would have laughed.
I mean,
Isn't that
sometimes
gross?
things
Isn't that gross?
Eh?
Extremes.
Is it gross?
No, it's not. In the sense that if someone still comes out and says, like 10 years ago, what people used to be able to say and get away with, Eminem can make a record like fuck and able to get away with it.
Yeah.
That's an extreme. Right now, someone coming out and making a joke about, man, my ass is safe. Don't touch my ass if you're a gay man. Making a joke about that. That should be problematic.
What's the line?
Someone making a joke that, man, my girlfriend touched my ass the other day. And I was like, oh, bro, don't touch my ass, blah, blah. People laugh, ha, ha, ha. Now people want to say it's problematic. It's not. It's just a joke. Do you understand? Because we are coming from a reality where Eminem can make a record like fuck about gay people.
Where gay people were really unsafe.
Exactly. Make a record like that and be able to get away with it and be able to make hit records and be the best-selling artist of the decade. Right? People are not judging life through that spectrum to judge situations that are generally very harmless. Now, I also get the argument of people saying that, oh, people can then hide under harmless situations to get insensitive jokes out. When the jokes is really insensitive, we are going to know.
Who is the winner?
We know.
We in this
Take
room.
for example, the Dave Chappelle conversation that
Yeah.
you didn't find sensitive. You can't say we because some group of people found it
That's
sensitive.
still what
But
you're
that's
still
what
going
I'm
back to
saying.
the point I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. Dave Chappelle doesn't hate trans people. Dave Chappelle even talked about a trans comedian that he has been supporting.
But
That's what he said.
Solani, using that Dave Chappelle's tweet, Dave Chappelle even coming now to talk about, Dave Chappelle coming out to talk about trans people, right?
Yeah.
And now using I have a friend that is trans is a very dead line.
But that's not what he
because
did.
black people
No.
get offended when
let me
a
take this.
white
Let me take
person
this.
is
Let me
raised
take
Do you know why he
by
did
black
that?
friend, have a
Melody,
black
context,
friend.
Melody, context. Do you know why he brought up that story? He brought up that story because the woman started associated with him.
He
The
knew-
LGBTQ
he learned.
community ostracized her.
Ah.
That's why he brought the story up. Go and
He was
watch
not
it
saying
again.
who was more helpful, me or them.
Let me now say something to you.
So is politics more important? So now it's a case of the politics is more important than even the humanity of it.
Let me even bring up a point to you. Who are you to say that he was bringing it up because he wants soft landing?
Black people do that all the time.
But you are still not
White
understanding.
people, you mean, do that
Sorry,
all the
white
time.
people.
I got
Yes.
black
No,
friend.
black people say that white people do that all the
But,
time.
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just
Even that is an extreme.
exactly. You are not using
Even that's
extremes
an
to judge
extreme.
extremes. And the world can never operate on extremes because most of life exists in the gray.
Is it possible for you to be white, have black friends, and be racist? Yes.
Yep,
Is it
definitely.
possible for you to be white, have black friends, and not be racist? Yes.
Yes.
For one person to say that and you just say this is problematic because he said it, it's an extreme.
So why
It
just
is.
right now what Excel said is when a white person is being accused of racism and his default response is
I have black
I have
Black
black
friends.
friends, it seems problematic. But hold on.
Let him
Hold on. If I'm accused of hating gay people and I say I have gay friends that I'm very close with, like we relate a lot. They talk about their relationships with me. I give them advice.
And I don't get upset when they do or something.
I give them advice on relationships. We hang out. We go to concerts. We go everywhere. That's a defense that I'm not
It
homophobic.
is.
Do you understand?
Is it?
It
It
is.
is.
Because
you
the idea of
live with
homophobia
people?
is you
Can't
cannot
you
tolerate
live with
homophobia. You
people?
can't.
Can't you live with people, associate with them, and still hate them,
Yeah, not hate.
or still dislike them, or not
So
appreciate
Melody,
who
can
they
I
are?
can I
or
say
whatever?
something? The other place, what
You can dislike
Yeah,
a part
so-
of a person, even in your house. There are things your father, your mother does that you
Absolutely.
don't
My point
like.
is- so
Do you love them? Do you love them?
Is it me asking now?
Yes, you love your
Oh, yeah,
people.
sure.
Of course.
Exactly, because see, one thing that we need to understand that human beings are not meant to be simplistic.
we're making it seem as if
Yeah.
life is like this.
No gray area.
Human beings, we are very complex beings.
Yeah, we're multi-layered.
Our emotions are so complex, but people are trying to make it seem like we are so simplistic. We are not. When we hear something, women will not hear that and suddenly roll over and die. They won't. Do you
Which one
understand?
now?
The bisexual joke, you're making
Do you
it seem
understand?
like all the women in the world
They
will
won't
start
hear that or just
convulsing.
roll over and die. Do you understand?
What is really the harm with the
But
joke?
do you know that this thing they were doing, Tolani and Excel, you guys are looking at it from the angle of people rolling over and dying.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys also understand that
It creates a culture.
no, people are intentionally trying to dismantle harmful stereotypes?
Now let me
With extremism.
Let me end
With
let me
extremism.
end some of the things I was saying. What Deola is saying is now there are then layers to what can be considered homophobia.
Okay.
Now, in certain situations, there are internalized situations of homophobia or oppression against
Gay people.
oppressed demographic, right? The situation where you don't know what you're doing is racist or homophobic, right? It's different from situations where you are outrightly homophobic or racist. Does that make sense? Or sexist. Me going out and saying, man, fuck all black people are trash. That's the type of world that we're coming from. That's what we need to try to change.
Agreed.
But in a situation where I'm in fucking Compton at 10 p.m. and I'm walking on my foot and I see black people coming and I hide my bag, that's kind of racist. But bro,
But you did
it's also
Compton.
not.
You did Compton, bro.
understand?
You didn't come.
If you were walking and you
Wait.
saw a white person approaching you, would you hold
Melody,
your
you
bag?
are still not understanding what I'm saying.
Well, first of all,
You're
why would I say a white person in Compton?
Yeah,
I beg.
you're still not understanding what I'm saying. You're not listening to me.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, a person like that who has black friends, who relates with black people, that person doesn't hate black people. What we need to root out is hate. Do you understand? Not habitual situations of apprehensiveness or habitual situations that are harmless inherently. Inherently. What we need to root out is hate. Hate is what
And stereotypes, Tolani.
Wait,
Melody,
You're not listening.
Melody, wait,
You're not listening.
Melody, you can't. Should I tell you? the
Wait,
truth? Stereotypes will never go away.
Tolani.
As-
Sorry,
guy,
Excel.
took the words out of
Tolani,
my
wait,
mouth.
moving to you. Sorry, Excel. Okay, are you saying that when we are rooting out, so we can't root out
Stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Never.
Melody, do you know why
But
we can't
for
root out
life.
stereotypes? Do you know why we can't root out stereotypes? Because stereotypes are not unfounded.
Can we try?
Melody,
So
may I
we
give you an
shouldn't try.
example?
Always
May I?
reinforce.
May I?
See,
May I give you an
Tolani,
example?
let me
You're
use
walking
this
at
example.
home late at night.
Melody.
Only you. A man is walking behind you.
What would you do?
Really?
That's the point.
sorry,
He
Melody.
said, really?
Melody,
He
should I-
don't stars.
do you know why his point is valid? Me as a man,
I will
I'm
move.
working at 10 p.m. and there's a man behind me.
You
What our
go, you
producer
go,
doing?
you go
Am
cross to
I
the
ever-
other side,
I'm either walking faster
or you cross to
or
the
I
other
cross
side
to
of
the
the
other
road.
side. It's not that I hate men. I'm a man. But the situation demands it. That example of Compton, bro, I don't care what color you are, white, black, orange, pink. If I'm walking at 10 p.m. at night and I see 3 bodies, I'm on guard.
It's rather
Thinking about
unfortunate.
it,
It's rather
thinking about it,
yeah.
if as a woman I'm working and I see a man working behind me, the first thing I'm going to do is to
But is that sexist?
You immediately
Your
become
senses.
But Melody,
immediately
your
become
senses come
security
out
conscious.
in.
I
but
automatically
Melody,
become feel
that's
unsafe.
that's how you need to think when people judge harmless situations.
And this is why stereotypes
That's how-
will never go
that's
away
the
because
problem.
stereotypes come from somewhere.
Exactly.
They don't
They're
come
not
out of thin
founded.
air.
It's not in there.
They're not founded.
They don't
What
come
do you
out of thin
expect? What do you expect?
Is that a harmless thing?
See this wave. Wait,
I'm
sorry.
asking
now.
honestly,
Sorry,
that harmless
Melody,
for me to say about walking behind me and
Melody,
No.
Wait,
I'm saying
But it's also harmful.
Yeah. So see this wave now of series of series movies where they're saying, "Oh, did you get an email from a Nigerian prince?" bringing up issues of Nigerians
That's so
coming.
racist.
It is because
But
there
Yahoo
is
boys have done it.
large
There's a lot of Yahoo boys have done that.
of scamming coming out of the country.
But you guys also know that Nigerians are not the biggest Yahoo
We
people.
are not.
Yes.
That is, see now, I'm
Do
glad
you
that
know
it's
that-
what are we famous about? It's a stereotype. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what
But it's not unfounded.
unfounded. That's what I'm saying.
Is it
Melody, you are still
unfounded?
not understanding. You are not
Is it
listening.
unfounded?
You can't go away because there is literally a group
There's
of
merit
It's a
Nigerians.
wave.
There's literally a group of Nigerians recording themselves, seeing an old white man and mocking him after they scammed him of his pension. Don't you understand?
It's a wave.
It's not unfounded.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that story? A woman in Badagry, white woman.
Yes, I
After
saw it.
2 days, did you clear for her eye?
Yeah. Oh no.
You didn't see that story?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Did you see it?
No, that's
Did anybody here see that story?
No, I didn't.
In Badagry, after 2 days, there's video. They had to take her to like it's not, I don't know if it's Oba or whatever. They have to take her there to settle the case.
I get what you guys are
stereotype,
saying.
Melody.
She
If you are-
begin the hold the guy, say, "How am I here? How did I
the
get
thing
here?"
tomorrow,
that so now the fact that I have people are going to say, oh, if that person now, if someone now asks that woman in Compton, for example, and says, oh, they will say it's racist. And if that woman now says, I have black friends, they will say,
What
"That's
the fuck?"
rubbish."
Wait,
But
so
Melody, I can have black friends. I cannot be racist. And me doing that, it might be racist, but it's not exactly. It's not. It shouldn't be inappropriate.
Melody, what I'm even saying is a white person can say that and truly not be racist.
Yes.
Melody,
that should not
on
be our
average,
fault.
Melody on average.
I said
but,
this.
but that's even what white people do when they have no defense left. Like, bro, racism is so mainstream, especially in a place like America. It's so mainstream that almost immediately when a white person gets accused of it, it's very easy to believe the person did it.
Yeah.
It's another version of believe all
That's
women.
another Melody. That's another thing.
Except-
No.
It is now. It is.
It goes to the.
There are a lot of real rape cases, and because there are a lot of real rape cases, because rape is high, right? It's fucking high. When a woman lies about rape, it's easy for people to believe it because rape is also mainstream. So you see why believe all women is dangerous, but you get
Don't deflect.
but wait,
No,
but
it's the point.
but it comes from a
it's the idea-
stereotype.
It's the idea of generalization that we
Melody,
need to take
on a
out.
general note, let's even leave on a general note. Nigerians don't trust politicians.
Because
on
we
a
have reason.
general
Because we
level.
have a reason to not trust them.
So are we saying that of all the politicians, it's not possible that there's at least one that is really honest and God-fearing?
Of course, we have.
Exactly.
But do we care about? Or we treat them, we
But-
give them the
but just
stereotypical approach.
going on what Melody is trying to point out is there are two ways to see it. For instance, the whole racism thing, white, you can have black friends but not be
Not
conscious about
Thank you.
Your
some
racism,
things.
yes.
Deola, that's what
I'm not
that's,
even-
that's,
That's where you
that's
went.
what I was pointing
Yes.
out.
That's where you went.
That's what I was
It's
pointing
very,
out.
very
In this
possible.
particular situation, the fact that I'm honestly friends, I honestly love a lot of black people, means I don't hate black people
You get-
for being black.
Because that's the concept
But
of
does that
racism.
yes,
But
yes,
there's
yes.
subconscious bias.
Subconscious.
Wait, there's now subconscious bias.
Yes.
Now you can, if you are really rooting for change, you can advise that person to root against those things. But you can't then tell the person to not hold their pulse in a dark alley filled with black men in Compton. It's unreasonable. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like what got us here is me saying the things that we need to root out are the extremes amounts of behavior.
Yep.
That's what we need to root out
And the
because
unconscious one.
now we are going to create a standard of what is acceptable and what isn't.
We even create a standard that is unattainable.
Right? We are going to create a standard of what's acceptable and what isn't. Now, I guess that people are going to say people can hide under that and be telling.
Yes.
But Melody, if someone does it consistently, at some point you are going to tell if they are truly racist, sexist, misogynist or not.
They
Someone
jump
like
out.
right, it's going to jump out of them. They will not
will
be
jump out.
able to help it. It will jump out.
But do you also understand people saying don't use your friendship with me or use me as an aesthetic when you don't really know me
Melody.
and know what I
But
go
Melody,
through?
you are still not. You still have to understand.
Melody,
You also have to understand that a lot of black people.
also an
You also have
extreme-
to understand that a lot of black people are. It's also an extreme
It's
reaction to a
also
lot
an
of things.
extreme reaction to say don't use
Yes.
our friendship as an aesthetic.
Melody, there are
that's
lot
a
of-
wild
that's a
sentence
wild
to
thing
say
to
now.
say.
That's not a normal thing you say to your friend. Are you okay?
That's acting on your victimhood sometimes.
That's wild now.
Do you understand? People are so defined by victimhood that we want to take everything that, even the harmless things. That situation, for example, it should not have been a problem. It shouldn't.
At all.
That women are bi, it shouldn't. Now, if someone said, fuck all women, I get you are saying, oh, it's going to create a ripple effect, blah, blah. Let it create it first. Judge that other one that is saying women should not leave. Go and judge outside people that say women should not go to school. Do you understand? Now we are creating a standard that we're getting somewhere. Now, Melody, if we live in a world where women are going to school, women have their rights, women are getting their jobs, let's say it's utopia, and all these things are existing, right? Mm-hmm. All these things are existing. In that world, if someone were to come out and say, all women are bi, it will not be a problem. Do you understand? Would it be a problem? No. Because why? We have agenda biases that we use in jokes. Oh, men like sex. Women are problematic. Women like to argue. Men don't like to argue. You can't win an argument against a woman. All these things are not going to go away because they are not unfounded. They're stereotypes. Does that make sense?
Let me tell you.
Yes, but does it also make sense that the person that is the butt of the joke can feel offended?
Melody,
say that these stereotypes have made my life difficult.
How?
To speak again.
You are still not listening. Melody,
Can I give you
Wait,
a very funny example?
Sometimes, okay, let me say you are not understanding. Now,
maybe
the world has gotten to a point where people they look at hold your friends accountable.
That one.
Look at it. You have said it on this episode. Like it's now. It's fashionable to now want to hold your friends accountable on social media.
What they forgot to add is hold your friend accountable on social media.
Like
it's not just hold your friends accountable. It's
on
social media so that I can tweet.
It's a whole
really?
thing. It's a whole thing so that you can be cool to me.
Yeah.
Right? Hold your people now feel they need to call their friends out on social media. It's a stupid thing to do.
It doesn't make
That's
sense.
what Excel was pointing out the other time when he said people now feel they need to be triggered by something that they shouldn't be triggered by. Don't you understand? On a good day,
person tweet something when no make sense. Somebody will not come and tweet at you. Oh, or no, person tweet something when no they quote unquote woke. Another person will not tweet at you. Oh, I see that you are following this person. Alaye, are you on drugs? Who the fuck are you to tell me who to follow and not to follow?
No, but don't you know that?
That's because that's an extreme. That you come and tell me.
Can I respond to that?
Wait. You respond, but let me finish. The fact that you even that's what comes to your mind to tell me that I should.
You want to shame me.
You want to destroy
person's life. Come on.
You want to control my behavior. You're not bothered about correcting that person.
Yes.
You're more bothered about me.
Can I ask you a question? Are you done? So can I respond?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Are we judged by our association?
Sometimes.
Of course.
Sometimes.
Would you be friends with me if I had a friend that was a rapist and known rapist and that person is a very close friend of mine?
So you see the thing?
Answer the question as I'm asking.
No, it's not a yes or no
because
question.
Yes or no. Because I know Melody. Melody will not be friends with the rapist.
And I'm not friends with a rapist. Would you judge me?
Melody.
Would you judge me by my association?
Melody. You won't be friends with a rapist.
That's
the point. You are trying to make a hypothetical situation out of thin air.
Do you understand?
You won't be friends with a rapist.
Can I ask you another question?
Yes.
Would you date someone if you wanted to date someone?
Of course.
Would you check her circle of friends?
Of course.
Would that be a yardstick to deciding to date the person?
Sometimes, yes.
So why wouldn't I?
But all my followers are not my friends.
Now hear the thing.
Oh wait. Melody, do you talk to all the people you follow?
No.
Do you know all the people you follow?
No.
All the people that you follow and you interact with, do you even know them in real life? Do you see all that tweets?
Tolani,
No.
I think
Exactly.
Tolani and Melody, we're even taking it the wrong way because the right way is people is something we must hold on to. People need to change for better. They can't change if you don't give them a chance. This behavior of demonizing people is
wild.
dangerous.
It's wild.
I agree.
It's too extreme.
I want to point something.
People have to be people have to be given a chance to redeem
It's
themselves.
two things.
Do people want to do?
Some people do.
So wait,
Some
I'll
people
give you an
do.
example, two things. One, first of all, before I even go to that one of giving people chance change, do you know that there's nothing that you read that if you don't look at it long enough, you won't find something to be angry about. You can't see. Excel can tweet, I'm balling today. I can find a problem with it. Melody, you can tweet.
Your friend just died and you're balling today.
See, there is nothing you want to tweet that I will not find an angle to be angry about. And people will not start following me because I've actually created.
Especially if I'm influential.
Tolani says, I'm all black today. Cultism. I'm wearing all black. It's cultism. Excel says, Afrobeats to the world. Oh, so what about R&B? There's nothing. That's the problem with social media is you are dealing with a large number of people with different POVs. you will have somebody. that
Melody,
has
I
a
tweet
problem.
about Burna Boy's song is good, but you didn't say anything about Wizkid's song. Do I have to say something about everybody's song?
Now, just going back to what Excel was saying about so what was saying? I've forgotten.
Like chance for people to
Yes.
to change. redeem
As
themselves.
of 10 years ago, I was homophobic.
Yeah, fuck.
I think all of
Me
us.
too.
If
all of
Twitter
us
was existing
men,
10 years ago,
Bro.
I would have been tweeting shit.
Yeah.
Fuck gay people.
Yeah.
Get them prostitutes.
That shit
Lock
I
them
did.
in a
That
room.
shit that I
Yeah.
did. That shit I did to Kevin Hart was the most fucked up shit.
That
ever.
was
That's what
ridiculous.
if I was on Twitter 10
That
years
was
ago, that is
ridiculous.
what I'd have been tweeting.
Bro.
But today I can't even think like that.
but you know
So
better.
the thing
'cause
is
you know
this.
better now.
You have to give people, because the world is evolving. Now, that's the thing about different like evolutions in terms of mindsets and cultural acceptability. When there is a change, you need to give people that room to adjust to the new wave. It's not just I sleep tonight as a homophobic person, I will wake up tomorrow. I love gay people. No, there's a process of acceptance.
Learning process.
Learning and
Right.
unlearning.
Now, today somebody says there are a lot of there are a lot of Nigerian men that still have that mindset of my woman has to be, a housewife, take care of the house.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because that's how they were raised. That's what they saw.
And there's still like a whole route of women that believe that
And
that's how a
that's
woman
it.
should be.
There's nothing more powerful than your socialization,
Yes, your
how you are
environment,
brought
how
up,
you were
what you
brought up.
saw
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
Now, somebody like that would tweet, I came home today and my wife was still making food. I'm upset. After a long day of work, I expected to
Drake.
come back to Eba and
Fresh food.
fresh food. Trust me, people are coming for him on the TL.
Yeah.
Straight up. That kind of guy, right? That's his belief. That's his belief system. That's how he was raised. That's what he feels like. That's how his life should be. Should that guy be cancelled or educated?
It's like the people that were angry with Peter.
Sometimes-
Remember when they were angry with
sometimes
Peter Doche?
It shouldn't even be either.
And I'm like, are you serious?
Can I say something? Sometimes it shouldn't be either. Let's be honest with ourselves. And I think that's another problem that people have on social media. People are not realistic. Sorry to cut short, Deola, you continue.
Father.
Money dynamics govern power dynamics in relationships. Either you want to believe it or not.
Bars.
Deaths.
Either you want to believe it or not. So if I agree that I'm going to take care of all the bills, that's my job. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And your part is take care of the home and the kitchen and the children.
Yes.
Then you better do that.
Tolani, let me even now bust your head. It's not even what you said about money dynamics in relationship is actually true, but it's not even necessarily even money dynamics only.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whatever, you all have roles in your relationship.
Facts, bro.
Every relationship comes with different job description
Yeah.
for different people.
Yeah.
If both of you sit down and agree that my job description in this relationship is to provide, and your job description is to clean the house, that's the truth. Every relationship comes with job description. Yours can be to provide. Sometimes it can be both of us are providing in different percentage.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So all that talk of when sometimes it's not even about the money thing. We all have job descriptions and our own KPI in relationships, and that's just the issue.
Bars.
That's just
Yeah.
the truth.
So yeah, fact is this. Yes, people will say things that are offensive, harmful, extreme, and stuff. But where is the empathy? Where is the look? It's an evolving world.
It is.
Actually, it's easier for us because we are in tune with the change.
Yeah.
What about people that are 50 plus?
Exactly.
See, I have discussions with my mom, her neighbors are like, it's maddening for them. You spent 40 plus years of your life living a certain way, and all of a sudden
I'm telling you, that's not the right way
you
to
have to
live.
be walking on eggshells now because that's what you grew up with. That was acceptable, and now you're telling me it's not acceptable anymore. It's going to happen to us.
Yes, it is gonna. I was gonna say
By
that
the time
too.
we're 50
Some of the
now,
things
they
that we
come
think are
and tell
cool
me
now,
I
they'll be
can't
like,
do X, Y.
I think the generation after us is going to tell us that they're on some bullshit.
There will be
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
this is a new age of enlightenment, and there will be another one.
There'll be another one
Yeah,
that will
to
say,
keep
man,
happening.
find the things in the middle. All these things that are saying people should not talking on social media. Fuck you. You're mad. Who the fuck are you?
It's madness.
That's
So
what
the
needs to
fact
happen.
is, we need to understand that in as much as, yes, we're trying to effect change, but there needs to be room for re-education.
Yeah.
The way we are going about it is
So extreme.
Everybody has a gun.
Like
in
we are
hand.
trying to use.
And
you
we're going
said
to
it,
kill-
we're trying to use extremes.
we're
to kill
going to
extremes.
kill-
But do you agree
anybody-
that there are certain situations that call for extreme means?
Melody, that's what we have been saying.
When dealing with Putin,
That's what we are saying. We are saying judge the
Because the
extreme situations.
aggressiveness also brought about the change that we are seeing now. Tonani, we keep acting like this aggressiveness.
Excel,
that's not necessary.
Excel, but
That's a
Melody,
half-truth.
can I say
That's a
something?
half-truth.
Can I say
It's not
something? Can I say
half-truth.
something? Can I
Yes,
say something?
that's
That's a
not
half-truth.
half-truth.
Let me say
Go
something.
on,
This Melody,
We
the
know,
world
we
we
know.
are coming from was filled with extremes.
There will always be extremes.
Do you understand?
How? Like, isn't the aggressiveness that changed the world?
No. The aggression was going after the extremes. Now it feels like the aggressiveness or the aggression doesn't have extremes anymore. Or doesn't see a lot of extremes anymore. Now it's about going after the borderline situations. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have extremes to judge anymore because now anybody that wants a career or something is not going to come on social media and say extremes again.
Yeah. The person knows how to perform.
Do you understand?
We're not having a lot of performative
Exactly. No.
Okay.
We are not judging situations that are very borderline like that to it.
Normal. I'm now making an extreme case out of it.
Out of situations that shouldn't even be problematic.
That's why some people on their tail put retweets don't mean endorsements because all of them are done mad.
Everybody's moving.
The fact that somebody has to put the tweets don't reflect the distance of my employer.
Of my employer.
It's madness now.
Because
It's
if
madness.
you call my boss, say, hello.
It's madness.
So that happened to me when I was in my agency days. So 2020.
Someone called your boss.
My agency put out a creative on International Women's Day, and people bashed that creative. Bro, people were in my DMs. Guy, what the fuck is this? Aren't you going to say something?
Say what?
Bro, I'm paying rent, man. I got bills. I'm in debt. I can't.
That's
But,
why you come
but that's not even
about
the issue.
someone.
Is that was even that's just jokes aside. Is why do I have to say? So what do you want me to? I should call out my employer
company.
on the TL. I'm not going to call them out on the TL. If I was actually genuinely worried, it's not the TL I will call them out.
And just for a lot of young people coming up that are trying to build careers,
Don't fight with your boss.
please. No, where I'm going is please. I know it's mainstream now to drag your company online. You need to always remember human psychology in whatever you're doing, because human psychology and people's behavior will always trump wokeness or whatever.
Realism.
Do you understand? So, for example, your company really did you bad. Really, really did you bad. You come online, you drag them in a certain way, you call your boss foolish, stupid. No matter how legit your case is, there are HR people or employers of labor that will see that tweet and mark you as nope.
Excel,
It's not like
shout
that.
out to you for saying that, but let's not promote the culture of silence and ask people not
Melody,
to
there's a
But
difference.
but wait,
a lot of people are
guys, wait.
benefiting
Guys,
off.
wait.
A lot of people are
There's a-
Guys, wait.
people are benefiting off employees who have outed toxic employers on social
No,
media.
that what you
are
did
we
was just
saying?
problematic.
How so?
Thank you. Because he wasn't talking about those people.
I wasn't. So where I'm even going is
That's the problem with the world now,
Well, I mean-
right? He was talking about people that come on social media to talk about their bosses. He never made any.
No, Excel made a blanket statement where he said, even if your bosses did you bad and you come,
I
out
did
on social
actually.
media-
I did
He
say
But
that.
Excel,
what I said.
but situation is, he's not saying don't say. He's just saying don't come on social media.
Yeah, and I'm saying that that's not necessarily a right thing to say, because people learn on social media. We
No,
learned
you
about
are not
toxic
learning
employer.
shit.
Tolani, do you know how many exposes we just did on toxic employers? How many days?
And do you know the amount of lives that he almost ruined?
How?
Where I'm even going is so.
Melody, at that point, after the first 1 hour of that shit, that shit became a take people
There was
down.
somebody that lost their job now that they now did another. They did that. The person that did the Twitter space was tweeting this person, please help us get a lawyer. Nothing came out of it. The job go.
Melody,
And that's real life. That's
Melody,
where I'm going.
Melody,
How do we
listen,
change
let me say
toxicity
something.
in the
Let me say
world if we
something.
ask people to
Melody.
Let me
revel in
say something.
silence?
Let me say something in the sense that we are not saying people should be in silence. Quit the job. Right?
How do you educate the next person that's coming there?
Bruh.
Let him finish. I'll tell you something.
You can literally call people. If you know somebody that's going there, tell them that this is what you're going there to meet. And a lot of times, it's not true. Wait.
So this is the thing.
Wait. Deola, sorry.
Hold your thoughts. Don't forget your thoughts.
In a lot of situations, there are also problematic employees who don't know that.
Definitely.
Bro,
I guess so. Those employees are products of extremism.
Thank you.
Do you know that?
Thank you.
It's very extreme for
Thank
an
you.
employer to tell employee you are foolish. That is it's possible that you are foolish.
It's possible that you're also a problematic employer.
Listen,
How
no.
is it possible they have?
I didn't know.
So wait, so this one.
Well, it's not a professional thing.
Now-
It's not a professional thing to say, but there are a lot of people that grew up with that toxic and called it. We were tough. It's extreme, and they go and give it to. So people coming out of that school of thought of extreme boss behavior are now coming with Jay-Z that are coming from extreme emotional
Wow.
victimhood.
Express yourself.
Like the combination
It's
is
a clash.
crazy.
Yeah.
Now, so
To your point.
I'm going to avoid saying the specific employers, again, because I'm not Gen Z. I have the power of discernment. I will not fumble
Wow.
the bag.
Wow.
My
Join us.
guy doesn't want to be black.
Wow.
Wow,
So I'm going to start from.
that was a blanket diss.
I'm going to start from where Excel just stopped. I've been in a company where my boss, my line manager, was deemed toxic.
Yeah, your line manager.
I could see her toxic traits, but she never brought it to me.
Yeah,
Like till today, we have a fantastic relationship.
yeah.
But there are people that, in fact, we had a meeting, an air your mind meeting where people cried because of how toxic she was. I'm not joking. Now, it's a function of how does she see you? How do you present yourself? What kind of person are you? Are you good at your job?
Do you work hard?
Do you work hard? Are you lax? If the answers to the question are yes, you will hate her. Are you good at your job? Are you on time? Are you hardworking? You will love that woman. She will take care of you like you are a child. So that's where you have extremes. One. Now,
Tolerance issues.
This same employer I'm talking about, she has called somebody an idiot in my face. I called her to say, I said, boss,
Who they do like that?
now you be line manager. You are next in line to be head of blah, blah, blah.
No go spoil them for yourself.
You get, I did your back. Even though I was using that to score points, again, you used to know how to play office politics.
Oh, 1000%.
Even though I was using that to score points for myself, it was the truth. Don't.
But was the person an idiot though?
The person was an idiot.
That's no story.
Because that person almost lost us one of our best clients. Because that person, now, if you don't pay the person end of the month, you go to shout.
Yeah.
But you almost lost the client. Like they had already said, we're going to start looking for another agency. She had to call the person out. I said, boss, don't be using words like foolish idiot. Office diplomacy. Now, from the point of, there was a place where I worked. After a month, one of the employees called me aside, took me to go and chill, and gave me a lowdown of the office.
I don't know why people do that.
It's needed, my dear. Only there. He said, look, this person is this person, and this person is this person. This is how. Now, when the person told me, I see that person is wise because he waited for me to spend 2 months so that
you
I would first
experience.
see things myself.
Before it then gives you perspective.
Now, as the person was talking,
you were understanding.
you see, Rema, I was having Rema. A lot of things were just adding up. If that person had come to talk to me the very
you would have
first
believed
day,
it.
I would have said, no, this one is. Do you understand? That helps you to understand where you are working. That's another issue is if your employer is doing you dirty, doing you bad, doing you anyhow, is the TL the place to go and talk? I would say no. Because, like you said, people are watching. I mean, if I'm an employer and you enter your TL and say, oh, my employer is back, they did this, that. I will retweet, I'll quote your tweets. I love your energy.
Wish you the best.
Come on, we need to call out these toxic employees. If you come and ask for a job tomorrow, I'll say no.
Sungba.
Because I know that you lack professionalism.
And there are chances that you're a horrible employee.
As
And
well.
you don't know that you're a horrible
Because you know why? From our perspective, this is a one-sided story. Now, again, remember what I said earlier is calling employees word like idiot, foolish. They are diplomatic insults.
Professional ways to say
You understand?
things.
To enter somebody that they won't even realize they are being insulted.
How do you tell someone that you are saying rubbish in an email?
I've
You
seen
understand?
that.
No,
Like there are ways.
when somebody does something, like the person has done it, you ask the person now, what were you thinking? Walk me through your thought process.
That means you are dumb.
And after you finish, I'll now ask you, what you just said, did it make sense to you? Yourself, you'll be asking yourself, the raw word for that is you don't have sense, you are stupid. You get, so at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of Gen Z need to understand that yes, you are 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 today. You're going to be 50 one day. And people are going to work for you. You need to understand. See, office, before I tell myself, I don't do office politics. Bro.
He did for you.
Melody.
If you know they for
So
him,
with this, I hope I have shown you that despite all the calls I've been getting, I'm the greatest thing that happened to you.
So my own even
think you're actually
for
quite silly.
Melody's
I'm
point, which is
pretty
even
honest.
important,
That
right?
happens
Because the point Melody raised was important, which is about how do we effect change,
Yeah.
right? Change is important, but please remember that you cannot change anything without having power.
That's
You will
not
just
true.
be an echo. You will just be an echo in a cave, in a very big cave. You'll just be a ripple in a small water, not a wave. Ripple.
Hey,
Because change, true change, comes from positions of influence, comes from positions of
shout
power.
out to you, please.
If people are able to get a company to the point that the HR starts putting in changes, I've seen it happen.
Sometimes-
I've worked in an
Not out of fear.
I've worked in an agency. I resigned from an agency where my Oga beat a girl in front of the office. And I resigned that day.
Sometimes change does not come from a place of power or from a place of influence. Sometimes change comes from a place of people coming together and joining
numbers?
forces.
But
Without
numbers
power or
is-
influence.
That's
People who don't have power, who don't have people, just regular people, just asking for
Melody,
change.
but
And
do
it
you also
happens.
realize
that's
that?
really
Do you also realize? Do you also realize that?
that's Hollywood.
And
Do you also
Enters.
realize
That's
that there is a
Hollywood and
reality
Twitter.
where-
Enters.
Do you also realize?
Democratically, people have always been power.
It's just
Good.
Nigeria that's trying.
Democratically,
Do you
like
also- do you
who
also-
are the power?
Do you also realize that? Do you also realize that there are situations where there's numbers, but a lot of people are agreeing with that because now a lot of woke people have shamed you into agreeing with them because now.
And just so you know, sorry, Tolani, sorry,
Yeah, that's
Tolani,
fine.
sorry. SARS is still on the street. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
Right?
I'm not making up
But-
of anything.
Melody,
It's not, it's not as
Melody,
bad as it
we
was
can root
before.
for change. Here's what I'm going to say: we can root for change by fighting the extremes.
Yes.
Because if we fight the extremes, we will always know the things that are problematic. Because if we fight the extremes, okay, sexism is the problem, and misogyny is
Or
the problem.
racism or
racism
homophobia.
is or homophobia is the problem. We can fight the extremes because the extremes are the way we are going to create a new order.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's those.
It's easier to influence change. It's easier for change to come via influence than gidigbo.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. Our generation grew up where you knew that on TV, your parents telling you in the house that gay people are disgusting. Right? That's how we grew up largely, a lot of us.
But they are possessed.
Or they are possessed or it's demonic. Now there are children growing up. Nickelodeon get gay characters.
That's the
Dis-
result. That's the
that's
result of
in-
fighting extremes.
Disney gets, but see that thing. That's Disney showing a gay character, Nickelodeon showing a gay character, watching gay character in all the Netflix shows is way more influential than protests.
No, Excel.
I'm even saying that
not
thing
what
is
I'm
way
saying.
more influential
It's not.
than
It's not the
protests.
result of fighting
Because
harmless
that's-
battles like the tweets. Melody. It's not the result of fighting.
No, say
harmless.
something. Say what
So
you're
let
going
me
to say.
say something. Protest led to Nickelodeon inclusiveness.
Yeah, it does.
It did.
It did.
It started from protest.
It did.
We
But
only
Melody,
have
what
examples
were
of
people
protest.
fighting in protest?
What were people fighting in protest?
Inclusiveness.
No. They were fighting the extremism.
And asking for inclusion.
Yes.
You are still not
And
understanding.
inclusion has started.
What is the result?
From protest.
Yes.
From aggressiveness. From
No, not
fighting.
protest. How is protest aggressive?
No, but it's
How is a protest aggressive?
But Excel, even if it's aggressive, it's what you are channeling it towards. Like
How
you
is a
said.
protest aggressive?
A
You are
lot of
channeling it
protests are
to
aggressive.
the extreme.
How?
Forget
How is an LGBTQ
Excel.
protest
Forget that
aggressive?
one.
Forget that one. That's not
Forget
even
that
the
one,
issue.
yeah.
In what way is if it's a protest where they go burn down homophobic people? Yes, that's aggressive, but that's not what they do. Their protests are largely peaceful.
Melody, what we are saying, I'm saying is, it is the extremes that we should keep fighting.
I get you.
Because when we are fighting the extreme, that's the only way to establish.
I
order.
get you.
Now,
Yeah.
all these ones that are fighting is just
Shallow.
it's shallow.
I get
because
you.
it does nothing.
I get you. But I'm also trying to also tell you that stereotypes are also harmful.
We know.
Exactly.
This shit
We know.
Yeah.
But have you accepted now that stereotypes will always be here?
I agree.
Yeah. It's a wrap. Thank you guys for listening, Deola. Thank you for coming through. We out. Keep watching, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.